If it makes you feel any better, um, I was confused. I was like, where is my voice coming from? It's like, do I have my own stream playing somewhere in the background? Did I forget? Like, is a VOD play? Is it a YouTube video? So, yeah. But hello, it is so good to see all of you. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me scroll to see who got first crew. Felipe, Hopeful Weirdo, Micah, Noisy, and Thomas. Congratulations for snatching one of the first 5. I hope you guys enjoy your part of the cool crew today. Felipe, welcome in. Nuts, welcome in. Thomas, welcome in. Micah, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Faye, welcome in. Hopeful Weirdo, welcome in. Carolina, welcome in. Micah, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Little Chubby, welcome in. Naomi, welcome in. Gator, welcome in. Alma, welcome in. Tia, welcome in. Sunsims, welcome in. Saranel, welcome in. Nova, welcome in. Wicked, welcome in. Ender Baby, welcome in. Kendall, welcome in. Joanne, welcome in. A Terrible Sound, welcome in. Itchy Nose, welcome in. Sage, welcome in. Fala, welcome in. Star, welcome in. Marion, welcome in. Kath, welcome in. Tanisha, welcome in. Wendy, welcome in. Yule, welcome in. And thanks for cheering me on. Susan, welcome in. Henriette, welcome in. Senator, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Sun Sims, thank you so much for the 45 stream streak. I appreciate it. And of course, welcome in. Jennifer, welcome in. Triz, welcome in. Steph, welcome in. It's good to see you. Carolina, thank you so much for the 85 stream streak. Let's go. That's so many. Thank you so much. Donut, welcome in. Susan, thank you so much for the 20 stream streak. Let's go. Senanor, thank you so much for the 105 stream streak. Absolutely wilding. Jenny, welcome in. Irene, welcome in. Do you need Tanisha to play it again to test the sound? Thomas, how badly do you want to hear it? We already tested the sound earlier, but how badly do you want to hear it again? Thank you for cheering me on. I appreciate it. And also, Alma, welcome in. And Reindeer, welcome in. Always. I mean, you're allowed to use it again to just flex one more time. Just redeem Gardener and I'll do it again. Just be like, haha, next Gardener, but I have this one. I have the proof that I was forever the first. Yes, another Alma. For a second, I was like, wait, hold up. Also, Kathy, welcome in, and Liker, welcome in. It's really good to see both of you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, sorry for the yawn. Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna have such a massive after dinner dip. I'm gonna warn you guys about this. Um, because I had a really good plate, like a big plate of pasta. It was a pasta puttanesca with tuna, and oh, it was so good. I feel like really happy now. Um, but it was a lot of pasta, which obviously is carbs, but like fast processing carbs. Also, hi Esther, it's good to see you. I love pasta too. I agree. But that usually means that I crash after. Um, it's like one of those things where I'll now be like, oh, I'm so content, and then at one point I'm like, why am I so tired? It's just gonna be the pasta. Um, and now you still have to make dinner, but you don't see the point. Fair enough. Is it maybe just a girl dinner day? You know? Jane, thank you so much for the 25 stream streak. Let's go. And welcome in. It's good to see you. And Vanilla, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. I hope you're doing well. It was girl dinner day yesterday. I mean, you are a girl. You need to have dinner. Can be girl dinner day every day. Hi, Lena. That sounded like, now it sounds like a very badass Dory. Also, hi Anna, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You ate your soup for lunch, so it's fine. Yeah. See? So it was a grown-up lunch day and a girl dinner day. And you can always have another snack later. True, on International Women's Day, iconic. Absolutely iconic. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that you're a little sick, Anna. That sucks. I hope you feel better soon. To be fair, I'm also not feeling 100%. Could be because I'm tired, or could be my allergies, or could be something else. I don't know. I I like I don't really feel sick, but I just feel like I don't know. Something's lingering. Um look at you, Lena. I love it. I love it. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope you're like early for good fun reasons. Just because you get to chill. Thank you for the lurk. And also Light, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Lena, thank you so much for the 50 stream streak. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. My day went well today. I had to adjust a little bit because I originally wanted to edit a video, but then I needed to like pre-export the video because otherwise the file was too big for my editing software to like edit in real time. So it needed to fully render one time and then export so that I could edit in the rendered file. That took 3.5 hours. In those 3.5 hours, I was meant to edit the video. So I shuffled my work around. So I actually did some things for tomorrow and I did some things for Thursday, which was nice. That means that tomorrow I basically have the whole day to edit that video. And then I got to read a little bit at the end of the day, which was also good. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. I just have one of those days. I don't know if you guys relate to this feeling. I think we've talked about it before, but you know how you can have like a lot of mental tabs open, like browser tabs of like things that you are like waiting to be able to close? I currently have many of those, which I just notice is taking a lot of my energy. It's really annoying because there's not much I can do. Like I send like an email. I sent an email yesterday and I'm waiting for that response, but it's like it's a big email, so I'm excited about the response. And then I sent another email this morning. So basically, my bookkeeper did my taxes, which means that I now know how much taxes I have to pay this year, which is good because I was stressing about that. But then it led to some follow-up questions, and now I'm like constantly thinking about, okay, so I still need to get the follow-up questions, and then once I have the follow-up questions, I can like wrap it up. And I have so many of those open things that I don't have to do anything with right now, but they just take a lot of headspace. So that's annoying. What is going on, chat? Hold on. I can't share that but my streak is 111, and I think that's kind of cool. I have a 111 stream streak. Just want to mention that because it's so perfect. What the hell? That is insane that you guys just typed that at the exact same time. But 111, that's impressive. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's an email to a company I want to work with, Anna. But like I put on really brave shoes yesterday. This is random little insight again into my brain, but I'm that type of person when people ask me, peace, what happened? What happened? Thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. I appreciate it. I'm that type of person that when people ask me things, I will never be like, oh, they're just friends with me so that they get to ask me things. I'm always like, no, of course not. You know, people are just, they just want to know. They just have a question. On the other hand, I'm that person that I'm like, I will never ask my friends for help. I will not ask my friends for any favors because what if they think that I just befriended them to ask for favors? Even though that's never the case. And the whole point of friends is that they can help you. But I'm that type of person. I will never ask or very rarely. Like I have to be really good friends, really, really good friends with someone to feel comfortable to not even just help, but like ask for a favor. I think the favor part is the biggest. Is like you are not getting anything in return. I'm literally just asking you to do something for me. But yesterday I was like, okay, there's 2 things that I really want. I really, really, really would love to eventually one day participate in a Minecraft championship. Like, that's just something that I want to do. That's something that's been on my bucket list for 3 years at this point. I know people in the scene of MCC. I'm just scared to ask. I'm just that person that will not say that, because then I'm like, what if they think I only befriended them so I could participate? And then I was like, but Ro, what if you just say that? What if you just message the person and say, hey, I really want to put this out there because otherwise it's never happening, but I would love to participate one day. The reason I haven't asked just yet is this and this. And then they were super chill about it and it was all fine. And obviously, like, it doesn't mean that I get it. It doesn't mean that I'll be included. But the fact that I put myself out there and that I was like, hey, I'm just going to take a chance. I'm just going to message someone and I'm going to do it. And then I was like, well, if I'm doing this, I might as well. So then I messaged someone else of like, hey, I would love to work with this and this brand. Do you maybe have a contact for me? Because I know that they had worked with that brand before. It's like, do you potentially have someone that I could reach out to? Because I've tried to reach out to them through social media and they don't respond. Again, don't know if it's actually going to lead anywhere. As in, this person was like, yes, I do have an email address for you. So here it is. So they did help me. And they were also like, yeah, absolutely, no worries. And it was like, my brain stresses so much about like asking this question that then someone is like, yeah, no worries. Here it is. Like, there you go. Which is, if like roles were reversed, I would be that person that's like, yeah, no worries. Here's an email address. There you go. Like, please, anytime. But for some reason, I find it really hard to realize that people might want to do that for me as well. Like, that just doesn't click in my brain. So I was really proud of myself yesterday for just kind of giving myself kicking nuts and being like, you go get this, Ro. Like, go ask the question. That wasn't yesterday, by the way. That was Saturday. This was Saturday. But obviously, that was weekend, right? So I emailed this brand on the weekend. But now I'm just constantly like, have they emailed me back? Have they emailed me back? Have they emailed me back? It's just, yeah, it's like one of those things where I'm like, okay, I put on some big girl pants, but now I'm wearing the small girl pants again because I'm scared that they're actually gonna respond. So yeah, it's just all those things, but I just noticed that that's taking a lot of like mental headspace because I have a lot of mental tabs open of things that I'm trying to remember, or like just in general, like kind of being like, oh my god, I asked this, what if they perceive me? um I needed help with the topic and I was so scared to ask them, and they were like, oh my god, yes, here's my number, FaceTime me tonight. Yeah, see, that's the thing, like 9 out of 10 times, maybe sometimes even 10 out of 10 times, the whole point that you know people is so that you can work together. And I'm just always, the thing is, I think it's just because I'm scared of being perceived as a taker instead of a giver, which you can just be both. Like, you can also sometimes take something, but if you also give, like, you don't have to be either or. Also, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Tal. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all your subby perks for a whole month. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for your prime. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, it's like, generally speaking, people are so happy to help out if you have been nice to them. Like, if you treat someone like shit, or if you don't know someone at all and you then send them a message and you're like, hi, can you do this and this for me? Like, no, of course not. And I've also, the other way around, like, I've had people ask me things, specifically on Instagram. This happens a lot where people will just DM me with like a very personal question and they'll be like, hi, I am like new to streaming and my microphone isn't working. Can you help me out in fixing it? And I'm like, well, that's maybe, then you got maybe a little bit too comfortable in asking for help if you're just DMing people you do not know. That's maybe like, then you, that's, yeah, that's not like that. I'm always afraid that that's what I'm doing, even though I know I'm not, you know? um, Worrying about that is class. Yeah, I guess maybe true. Can I DM you? Anytime, slide right in. That sounded. Please don't quote me on that. Please don't clip that. Just ignore that. Yeah, no. We're just gonna pretend that did not happen. My brain is tired, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god, also hi Ellen. Oh. If you would pretend it didn't happen, chat would not. I highly doubt that, y'all. I highly doubt if chat. It might take like a second longer, but chat would definitely notice. 100%. Also, Plumlo, welcome in. And Joanna, welcome in. And Jennifer, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. And Torin, thank you so much for the 25 stream streak. And Rivera, welcome in. And Anna, welcome in. And Molly, welcome in. And Echo, welcome in. And Peace, of course, welcome in as well. And Mary Hone, welcome in. And Lindsay, welcome in. I miss so many people. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, sometimes I just should not have a microphone. I should not be allowed on the internet to broadcast things because I broadcast stuff like that into the world for everyone to hear. Yeah, my problem is, Chris, that's like all the time. It's not like a when, it's like a when not. Please don't clip that. Yeah, true. Okay, maybe I should stop saying that. Maybe I should actually stop. Yeah. I mean, you guys will still clip it. That's the thing. But then at least I'm not the person responsible. Also, Magda and Jellystem, welcome in. It's really good to see both of you. Also, Anna, that emo is so good. I love it so much. I think this will be my, like, forever be my favorite hype train emo. That walking cat is just, it's like there. I don't think there's anything more perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. You just go, oh my god, clip that. That's so funny, like a maniac, and then chat thinks it's too cringe. See, now you're onto something, Chris. That's like reverse psychology. I like it. Or don't quote me on that, or both. I guess a compilation of both would work. If someone would, if anyone wants to volunteer as tribute to go through all of my VODs and find all of the times I've said that, be my guest. That is true. When something is created, I can always remove it. I've actually had to do that, like, more often than I would like to admit. People clip really weird things. And then I'm not talking about you guys clipping like funny things I say, but I'm literally talking about people that I don't even recognize their username, aka people that don't chat, which, I mean, is fine. If you don't chat, that's fine. Like, lurkers are super welcome. But if I don't recognize your name and you make a weird clip, then like that's almost bannable offense, That's at least like I put a little marker next to your name to keep an eye out on you. Kind of thing. Like if you exclusively make clips of me standing up, or there was one person, this hasn't happened in a while. There's one person who used to clip every single time I sneezed. Like, I mean, maybe one time I sneezed very funnily. That's but every single time. So yeah, and then I started deleting it, and it stopped eventually. So, but yeah, people are weird sometimes. Oh yeah, I remember this, Ellen. I remember we had a convo about this, about people making weird clips. Because I think, honestly, existing as a woman on Twitch, you are like the risk of you getting weird clips eventually at one point. Like, I don't wish it on anyone, but I like, it shouldn't be the case, but it's almost like mentally prepare yourself for it because it's just gonna happen. Which sucks. But like, just check your clips. That's what I'm more like trying to say. Like, check your clips, and if there's anything you feel uncomfortable with, just delete it. Also, hi Nymphliar, welcome in. It's good to see you. But yeah, it's there's always weird clips. Almost always. There's eventually you're gonna, we get it. Yeah, we do not kink shame, but like, I do consent shame. Like, I did not consent to someone's kink. So I will consent shame. If you do stuff, aka make clips for your own kinks without me saying I'm okay with that, then you deserve the shame, you know? um the streamer's doing Minecraft or Sims. And I want to do the same. Wait, you feel like you clip things because I like whatever? No, but that's fair. That's fair. Like if you're just clipping like gameplay or you're clipping like a funny moment or something, that's completely fine. And even like, I don't know, maybe I do sneeze sometime and something really funny happens, you know, then it's like fine. You can clip a sneeze if in context it makes sense. But if there's one singular person who starts to like clip every single one of your sneezes, like that doesn't feel right. So yeah, it's again, it's very context based. It's very, you know, kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but um, better than context based. I mean, I'm not sure asking for consent here is going to fix things. I mean, the thing is, like, some people are okay with this, right? Like, asking for consent. Let's say someone came into my chat and they would be like, hi, I have a kink for sneezes. I really like your sneezes. Can I clip them? I would probably say no. You know, I would probably say absolutely the fuck not because I don't want that. But at least they asked, you know, then I had the opportunity to say no. And then if they disrespect the no, then it's then they're gone. That's goodbye instantly. Um, but I feel like a lot of times people on Twitch that clip weird things, it's almost as much of a consensual kink, as in like they like the fact that you don't get to say whether you want it or not. Um, like that's kind of the whole point, is they want you to know that they are objectifying you. That's part of what they're enjoying, is that you know. Because otherwise they wouldn't clip it. They wouldn't use a clip feature on Twitch. Yeah, they get off on the power of being able to do that without your consent. Which I feel like is actually goes for a lot of women who face online harassment. Is it's not just the harassment itself, it's also the fact that usually the people that do it go out of their way to make you know that they did that without your consent. Oh, 100%. 100%, Anna. Yeah, it is. It's like sexual harassment kink. It's like the enjoyment of harassing someone with it. Because if it was just for their own kink, they would just do it and not tell you about it. Which, I mean, arguably is also really bad, because there could be people doing that. There could be people, you know, getting off on my VODs and I would never know. But then it's like their own stuff. I would never know. A part of the things I know is because people make it their business to tell you that they did it, which is the part that they enjoy, which is really fucked up. um no, fair enough. Well, I don't know. It's like is it a kink? Is it I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, are there bad kinks? Like, we say no kink shaming, but like if the thing that you get off on is abusing your power over someone else, or like non-consensual stuff, like it's not a positive kink. We'll call that harassment. Tomorrow, yeah, I would call that harassment. The person who's receiving it. But for the person who's doing it, it's their kink, right? Like that's the thing that excites them. For me, it's harassment. That person wouldn't describe it as harassment because they are enjoying it. Does that make sense? Exactly. Like it's both at the same time. It's both at the same time. For me, definitely harassment, 100%. But that is consensual. Yeah, true. It does exist. Like where it's like non-consensual, consensual. That does exist too. That is true. This is not the non-consensual consensual. So there's like a nuance there as well. sound like something valid and is not the person's fault. I mean, to a degree, I do believe that what sexually arouses you isn't entirely your choice. Because if it were a choice, I think there's people who would choose differently. Also, there's people who wouldn't. But to a degree, I do think that sometimes it's not a choice. It's a choice how you act. That's a choice. Exactly. The acting is the choice. 100%. The fact that they do it and that they act on it, definitely a decision that you cannot do. But the kink on its own, the fact that that is something that excites you, I don't know if that's a choice. I would find it hard to believe that someone would choose that. At the same time, I also find it hard to believe that someone chooses to act on it. So maybe I just have struggle understanding people that are crap, you know. Exactly. We can make exceptions. We can make exceptions. This is a very this is a very interesting moment to streak in chat. Yeah. Very coincidental. Also, Cuckoo, thank you so much for the 110 stream streak. And Rin, thank you so much for the 25 stream streak. And Purple Stars, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. I appreciate it. What did I walk into? Yeah, it kind of escalated from online harassment into kink talk. Trying to figure out where the balance lies between the two. I guess it could be described as that, yeah. Although I would say that goes further than a kink. That's like almost like a sexual orientation, which again, if you act on it, bad. Crime. But there is people who have that, recognize that feeling, take action on it, seek therapy, never do anything with it. Right? You would say a kink is always consensual. Okay, so then what if someone's kink is doing stuff that is non-consensual? Also, sorry, that was deleted because it picked it up as a link. Like for me, honestly, like this whole concept of like, can you decide what excites you, like what you get sexually aroused from? That is like the part where I'm like, is it a choice? Because why would someone choose children? Right? Like acting upon it again, very clearly, very making this crystal clear. Acting on it bad, okay? Illegal. In no situation ever okay. But like the fact that that's what you're attracted to, is that a choice? Right? Like, I don't know. I'm not in that position, so I don't know. But one thing I do know is it, you know, like jokingly said in comments very often, but if sexuality was a choice, a lot more women would be gay. Like, where does that line end? Right? Like, what is included, what is not included? Okay. So that there's a whole different word for that. I did not know that, Sarah. Thank you so much for telling us. I appreciate it. I've never heard of that word actually, but it makes sense if people start using it interchangeably that one becomes the other at one point and it becomes confusing. Also, Furby, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I guess that's your opinion. Yes, Anna. Okay, I should really look more into paraphilias because I've never heard that word before. It might feel too positive. No, I totally get that. I absolutely get that. I understand that it's not like the perfect word to describe the situation. It's kind of more like for lack of better words, but I guess there is a better word. I just didn't know it. I just didn't know it. So yeah. as weird or silly, but like harmless. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Like as in, I wouldn't even use the word weird, but more like maybe non-conformative. If that's like the right word for it, I also don't know. I always feel like weird kind of has a judgment in it, just like saying something is normal or not normal. Like who gets to decide what is weird or normal, stuff like that. But I understand what you mean. It's like it differs from the norm, which is like again, what's the norm? But I get what you mean. Um, there's a definition of kink is non-normative. That's the right word. Non-normative sexual behavior. No. Thank you so much for coming out, Lurk, and like joining in on the conversation because this is a really interesting topic. I also feel like this is not something that we talk about every single day, all day, but it's like one of those things that sometimes it can be good to discuss because we can learn a lot from it. Like in the end, I think when it comes down to stuff like this, having the right language to talk about things can help so much. And especially considering that English is not our first language for many at least, it's really good to have the conversation of what do you call certain things? And like if you're dealing with online harassment or people showing certain behaviors towards you or like, you know, kind of like just things that you're experiencing or conversations that you're having, it's really good to have these chats and just learn like what's the right word for it. And do we call that a kink or not? Or like what point is it harassment and what point is it like someone's orientation? Like where do we split that? It's a very nuanced conversation. So I also appreciate you guys like being nuanced about it. That's good. That's cool. Um and also like even coming out of Lurk to add to the conversation and like give us the right information and the good um like the good words, the right words for it. Hold on, let me actually scroll up. Is still used to target gay. It's really really problematic. Okay, wait, hold on. um but okay, so Snack, just to make sure that I understand you correctly, how would you classify it then? As in, like, you say it's problematic to group it, but then how? As in, like, obviously, I'm not saying, oh, I'm condoning that this is used as a target against, the queer community as a whole. That's absolutely wrong. Also, what the fuck? Just in general, like, let me start with saying that. But I'm trying to understand, like, why does putting it in that box make it more problematic? Because if you put it in another box, it can still be used as a target, right? Or am I misunderstanding something? Um, it's classified as a psychiatric disorder. Okay, honestly, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it's like you guys are saying like, oh, it shouldn't be part of that box because it's a psychiatric disorder. That's hard to say. God damn it. So then it's like putting it in that box makes it sound lighter than it is, or makes it like easier to normalize using it as an attack for people, or like a bad label for people, because instead of saying it as heavy or serious as it is, you're making it lighter and therefore easier to use? Because that makes a lot of sense, actually. Um, the other way around, king shaming will get worse because of it. I can imagine that as well. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Lil Card. I think like there's kind of, you can argue, but again, this is me very much like more so, I wouldn't say objectively because I'm still a person, right? Like I cannot fully detach myself from opinions, but if I just look at the data or the concept, exactly like you're saying, like being gay was a psychiatric disorder until 50 years ago. Again, not saying that is correct. I want to be very clear. I feel like this is such an easy conversation to get like misconceptions or people hearing only a part of it and therefore thinking that I mean horrible things. But it's more like I'm trying to understand, is it classified that way because it's illegal? Like, does it mean that if you have something that sexually arouses you that is illegal, therefore it is a psychiatric disorder? But then where is the line in saying, okay, but what if we make things like who, in this case, I'm like, I am agreeing with the things that are illegal, but then what happens if we start making things illegal that aren't illegal? Right? Like, I'm agreeing with the things that are illegal. I think they should be illegal. That's good. Clear. Like, I'm not saying, I'm more so worried of like, if that's the definition, it's two different things. The line is consent. No, I agree with that. Like, I agree with the line and I understand the line. But I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what I'm trying to figure out actually. Oh, it's definitely morale as well. So that's why I'm like kind of trying to, especially in this day and age. That's why I was like kind of, that's I think where my brain went. If you say like, oh, something's illegal and therefore it's a disease or like a psychiatric disorder, what the fuck is up with that word? It's so hard to say. Then what happens if someone says, okay, being gay is illegal? Which, let's be real, in this day and age, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, how does that work the other way around then? So, like, right now it's good. Again, I agree with all of these things being illegal, and it's good that we have the conversation of is hurting people. But who, like, in this case, again, I agree with the current things hurting people, but like, what if other people start saying, okay, but this also hurts people? Does that, like, I'm trying to figure out how this can work negatively, which obviously is probably not the right thing to think about right now, but, I'm also, Rosalia, thank you so much for the 54-month resub. Thank you so much. What the heck? Please enjoy all your subby perks. What are we talking about? A very escalated situation that started about people making clips without consent. And somehow we're talking about when is something classified as a kink and when is it not the right time to use the word kink because it diminishes or gives a very negative connotation to the word kink, and therefore it should be named otherwise because otherwise it actually increases like stigma around kinks and stuff like that. So like, when do we use other words, and like what other words do we use then, and what do those mean, and how do we talk about those? And that kind of just kept on growing, and then we talked about a lot of like not really adjacent things but things related to it. But yeah, it's like it's a good topic, but it is a very heavy topic. So I do think maybe it is good to, not because I don't think it's important, but we have now talked about it for like a good 20 minutes, which again, it's good to have these conversations. It's good that we're learning. It's good that we're, talking about the right words for things and why it is important to use those and all those things. But it would maybe be good to just now say, okay, close conversation. It's done. We talked about it. We acknowledged that it was important. We all learned something. And now we move on. And maybe we start up Minecraft. And we actually talk about absolutely ethical things in Minecraft that I'm doing with my cow crushers, and my sheep farms and my bee farms that are all very happy animals. Because those things are also very important. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for, like, obviously I didn't catch everything in chat, so I didn't, like, if I missed something important that you said, if there's something that you feel like is very important to share, we can always revisit this conversation at another point in time. But yeah, I just want to say, like, overall, what I saw was mostly people trying to have a constructive conversation and learning from each other and being open to opinions. If that wasn't the case, let me know, but again, I do appreciate you guys as a community. I think you guys are cool. And I appreciate that we can have these conversations because they are important. But yeah, I just want to say you guys are cool. Ooh, a Dungeon and Dragons mod pack. Wait, how does that work then? Is it like, how is it heavily modded? Because it sounds like if you want to do Dungeons and Dragons in Minecraft, especially not on a server, but like by yourself, that would require quite some mods, no? Yeah, this is definitely a heavy topic. Which we kind of like unintentionally rolled into. I didn't really mean that to happen. Normally when we have chats like this, I try to be a little bit more conscious about trigger warnings and stuff like that. So I'm sorry to anyone who was just thinking they, tuned into a very relaxing stream and then sort of accidentally got bombarded with the topic. If you guys need to take a little break, step away from the stream, I also fully understand. I know that this topic for some people can be really triggering. So practice the appropriate aftercare for yourself, the self-care. And I'm sorry that you got dumped into that without wanting to. Ooh, you have 5 zombie and skelly minions. No, but honestly, I really like that you have zombie and skelly minions because those are annoying mobs and now you just get to command them around, That's good. That is good. That is good. Also, I'm not going to repeat it, Light, because then it's just going to come up again. So, it's a closed topic. Not because, again, it's not important, but just because it's good to move on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make sure that you guys can actually see. That's me for the cows. That's me for the cows. Play some Tetris. Yes. Oh my God, I heard about this. I learned recently about like that Tetris can really help for people that are going through it. Like, to ground you again. I was like, shit, I need to get Tetris again. That is such an amazing thing that such a relatively simple game can have such a big impact. Low-key really cool. Look at all those chickens. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to look at my chickens. It's I don't know if you guys want to actually look up. I mean, here they look somewhat okay, right? It might be a little bit small, but at least they're free roaming. That is not lava. They are not getting fried. What do you mean? That's not fried chicken. I mean, I don't know what's worse. Oh, wait, really? That's cute, Marilyn. That is cute. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I finished the bee house. I also changed the path. Look. I changed out the glass to yellow stained glass. And the moment I did that, I was like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. I also changed out the roof to be honey. Look. Also, I figured out the roof line. How did you make that? It's just yellow glass, but it turns into yellow stained glass because of my texture pack. If you have Mizuno, it's just glass plus yellow paint. That's it. How much time did it take? Like 2 hours or something? I mean, the basic structure of the barn was already there, right? So I just changed out the glass and I did the roof. The roof was painful though. To get to a shape that I liked here. Also, I actually had to adjust the roof a little bit because I'll show you in a second, but underneath this, I added something. I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of proud of what I did. Because I built the honey farms, right? In the previous stream, I built honey farms. So apart from the fact that I actually decorated everything on the inside, look, it now looks really nice. This side is collecting the honey combs. This side is collecting honey bottles. But I got to a problem because I realized if you're collecting honey bottles and then you make them into honey blocks, I actually hid a crafting table here, another what felt like very genius moment. You craft honey blocks, then you get these empty bottles, right? And the same goes with over here. Eventually, the shears are going to run out. Like, eventually, the shears are going to break, and then we need to put new ones into the system. And I was like, isn't it annoying that we have to go all the way to the back of the farm and then go into every single one of the dispensers individually? So then I was like, what if I fix that? And I did not look up a tutorial for this. And I know that sounds so simple, and you're like, Ro, of course, you can do this. But I was very proud. I came up with an automatic filling system. There's hoppers on top of the dispensers. And then I put a hopper minecart, and the hopper minecart is pulling from this chest. So I can just put the bottles in here, and then that minecart will dispense it automatically for me. Across all of those dots. So all I need to do is just every single time I make some honey blocks, I can just quickly come up here, dump it in that chest, and that's it. And that way, the farm will basically just continue to run. There's a frick ton of glass bottles in there. So I don't have to refill it very often. I just basically, every single time that I come in here to make honey blocks, I just quickly need to put it in there. And the same with the shears up here. Right now, it's not even, like, there's even spare shears because they're already all full. And that's it. I felt very smart for designing that. But as you can see, we now have cute barn, another cute barn, a pretty honey build with very little details. Let's go! Oh my goodness, hopeful weirdo, let's go, let's go. Please feel free to make a ticket in the Discord and let us know what you would like as your custom sound command. Let's go, you did it. You did it. But yeah, as you can see, we don't have any window shutters or planter boxes, and around here, it is very empty still. Also, there are still torches everywhere, even though I feel like we should probably add some lanterns around here as well. I also want to close off this water a little bit because I have actually fallen in this more times than I'd like to admit. Kind of embarrassing, but it has happened. I also feel like I should probably fix the terrain here just a little bit, or at least, I don't know, add a tree or something, make it look a little less awkward. I want to work a little bit on the paths. I actually don't know what I want to do for the path design, so we might actually have to brainstorm that a little. I want to clean up this sugarcane mess because actually I want to eventually build an automated sugarcane farm, and this is just, it needs to go so that we can actually properly, you know, we can get rid of this fencing over here and we can make this pretty. I want to get rid of this board because there's stuff on here that I'm not even going to do, or that, you know, I've already done. So today is going to be a little bit of a cleanup stream. We're just gonna make sure that the area around here is gonna look nice, because for now, at least, these are the most important farms that I wanted to build. I wanted to make sure that we have a food source, that we have honey, that we have wool, that we have leather and stuff if we want to build with things. And now I just want to make sure that every single time we visit our farm area, it feels like it's nice. It's just nice to walk around here. And we can just chill. I also think I want to eventually... I do have sugarcane here. I want to move this storage somewhere over here as well. I don't exactly know where yet. We have a little weird area over here that we can do like a little picnic area or something. This sugarcane grows pretty fast. Yes, that would be perfect. A YouTube link with timestamps is exactly what I need. So if you give me that, then I can work with it. And I think I will set up the sound command for Tia tomorrow as well. So if you send it like somewhere tonight, I can set it up for you tomorrow. Okay, we're also going to have to get some dirt or grass to like clean this out. Because I feel like this pathway can just be open for now. Only grew on sand. It grows on anything, but it does have to be next to water, which usually is sand. So yeah, I get the confusion. I thought that for a long time as well, actually. So you're not alone in that. Okay, let's see. Oh. Yeah, we might also have to clean this up. I might have accidentally made a little bit of a mess. I still don't remember, is the Molly one me or... I can check for you. I think it's you, actually. I'll play it, and then you can tell me if that's your sound alert. I think we checked once, but... That's the one. But you don't remember whether that's yours or not. Don't think it's you. I think we concluded that last time as well. Okay, so then that's not yours. See, this is the thing. Actually, I think after this, I started giving people sound commands full usernames. Because this was starting to get confusing. When I started with the sound alerts, I never expected that so many people would eventually have a sound alert, right? I'm trying to figure out if I want to change the way that the path goes over here. Although I do like the winding path. I feel like this is just a little bit of an awkward corner, but we can maybe just fix that by moving this. Oh. I forgot that there was water there. For a second, that really jump scared me. I was like, what? How am I falling? Okay, hold on. I was gonna get rid of this little piece of land anyways because I wanted to move that stone border. Oh, B. So the thing is, what I eventually want to do is we now have this lake here. I can show you guys. I feel like as soon as I go like this, it's going to become very obvious. So do you see my island right now? Okay, as soon as I go too far, it becomes too misty. Do you see that if we look at the island this way, having like a big lake, I mean, that one's going to go, right? Having a big lake, right here, makes sense. Right? So I'm going to terraform this around it so that like it's like a little bit smooth, but this is going to be all water. That also means that like we can probably take a little bit of the terrain away here to have that be a little smoother. Nice, Rose. Let's go. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. Then also over here, underneath this, there's a ginormous hole dug in the floor. You can actually see that back here. That's my little ladder. That's where my storage room is going to go. So we have Iron Farm. This is going to be harbor. We're going to make this into like a big harbor square and decorate it as well. And then from there, I actually want to make this the entrance to the farm area. But if I smoothen this out a little bit, then maybe we can do something fun here. Are we going to grab wool and plan it out? Not for now, because the scale doesn't really require wool just yet. But maybe eventually. Something fun. Yeah, I don't really know what yet. I don't really know what yet, but something fun. Okay, let's get those stones. There we go. See, now this is also a little bit of a bigger area. You know what would be really nice to have over here? You know what I think would be really nice? A silo. And then what if in the silo... Okay, I do want to actually make that path just wider over here. I feel like that makes more sense. And then maybe we could put like a sign in the middle here. Okay, speaking of, this is going to be a way sign thing. You know, like a pole with hanging signs. And then over here, I would like to add a farm silo. And then maybe in the farm silo, we can actually hide these crates so that we can still have our farm products, like our beets and our carrots and our potato, like our little storage. We can have it right here because that makes sense. But then maybe we can have either two smaller silos or one taller one, maybe made with like stone or something, with brick, I mean. And then we can just put a little bench around it or like a tree or something. I think that could be nice. I also feel like I need to take away a little bit of the terrain here. The sunset is pretty, right? I remember actually filling in this terrain before, which is ironic because now I'm tearing it down again. But I just feel like that if this is going to be the harbor, right, we need like a little bit more of a smoother path to ease into the farm area. Let's change that stone out to grass so that it looks cleaned up. Oop, didn't mean to place that block there. I think we can get rid of this little bit here. This just feels really straight. But maybe that's not what I wanted to do. Those are not the blocks that I wanted to remove. I wanted to remove that so that I could make this corner a bit smoother. Yeah, that works, I think. Also, it's a little dark. Let's actually go sleep. So that we can work with daytime. Just because, not because I'm scared, but just because it's easier to see stuff. Also, the bee farm, I'm noticing now, like there are some imperfections with it because sometimes, like now, as you can see, the shears will actually shear the honeycomb. It is supposed to be picked up by the hopper if it's over here, but sometimes it doesn't happen if the bees are there. Oh, there we go. It did get picked up. Okay. The other day, I actually noticed that one of the honey bottles actually fully shot through the glass. Oh my god, that was so loud. All of the bees just returning into their beehive was so loud for a second. I feel like this part is also terraformed poorly, but I don't know how to make it better. If that makes any sense. Maybe we can just have it be a little bit more like that. So we don't have that weird bump out there. And then I wanted to yeah, flowers make a big difference. I think we're going to have to just add some more grass and greenery and stuff. Because I think also in Minecraft, things just look really flat if you don't have any plants growing anywhere. Okay, I'm just going to cover this up for now. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this area yet, so watch me at one point think, oh, I can, like, make something here, and then try to make a basement, and then we run into water, but for now, I'm just going to close it off, I think. For now, I'm just going to close it off. There we go. Just cleaning some things up around the space. I feel like this corner block needs to just be regular grass. There we go. And then maybe I should... See, this is the thing. I also feel like right now, I really hate how this is such a flat wall. I don't mind that necessarily where the barn is standing, but maybe we can just make it a little bit smoother in the terrain. Let's see if that works. Cooking time. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Maybe we can shear off a little layer here. Make this feel a bit smoother. Like, I kind of want to do this before we start moving the water. Oh, well, I'm lucky that that didn't mess anything up. I'm also going to have to clean up this. Like, I want this to be really pretty, but right now, well, it's not really pretty. I want that to be a pretty waterfall. So I think I want to change a lot of this to moss and have, like, plants and stuff hanging over it and stuff like that. But that's not, at least not for now just yet. Maybe we will get to it today. I don't know yet. I'm kind of just walking around and, like, fixing things that I'm seeing as I'm going. As, like, right now, I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. I think we actually need to move this layer because it's just a weird little patch of dirt that already is making this look a bit messy. I do think that if I start making this larger, I don't know what... I think the water should expand. Because it is all... Yeah, see? Eventually that's going to get fucked up. It is full water blocks, but eventually that's going to get messed up anyways. So I think we're going to have to fix that water. Whoa, I didn't mean to... Apparently I accidentally deleted blocks there. But we can get water, like buckets, and then just fill the edges so that the water smoothens out again. Maybe this was the wrong approach. I don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe I'll have regrets about this in a couple of minutes. Luckily, then we can just add blocks back. I am kind of fighting the water current if I'm in the water. So maybe that's something that I can already stop doing. We're also going to have to figure out a border around this because right now, I do feel like it is going to be a little weird if the water... I mean, I guess naturally speaking, the water will also just have grass as a border. But for some reason in Minecraft, I'm like, no, but we cannot have that. That's going to look weird. Does that make sense? Am I the only person who... Ooh, enjoy Animal Crossing. Enjoy, enjoy. I hope you have a good time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Actually, that needs to go like that. Whoa. I love how the water is just not moving at all anymore. Thank you guys so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Also, I'm sorry to hear that, Anna. That can be frustrating if you want to play games, but like your body is just saying no. That is a frustrating feeling. I've been there and it sucks. My shovel is too powerful. See? I want to remove one block, accidentally removes like 3. Nope. Okay, this pond is getting maybe a little bit bigger than I originally anticipated, but it's fine. It's fine. Right? I think. I hope. Oh my god, the amount of blocks I'm deleting that I don't... Or deleting, sure. Removing that I don't want to remove. Okay. I do think that it's gonna look nice, though. It's gonna require decoration. Like, we're gonna have to put trees around it and stuff like that to make it look pretty. Because right now, it looks a little bit bare bones, which is not really what I wanted, but... And we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do, like I said, with the border, because I do think we probably need, like, a stone border or something. Just to make this feel a little bit more structurally sound, I guess. And I'm definitely... Yeah, good shovels can be really annoying. Like, they're really nice, but they're also really annoying. I think I have yeah, I have 4 buckets in here. Let me just... There we go. And then I need to go to a part of the water where the water source is infinite. There we go. Water physics in Minecraft are potentially one of the most confusing physics in the game. So refilling this space is gonna be potentially slightly annoying. Oh, we have a leak, people. Oh, we have a big leak. Oh, that's not good. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the leak. Yep. Oh my god. That's a lot of water that got lost there. That might have also gotten quite some torches down, or not. No. Surprisingly enough, it didn't. Just removed some flowers. Good luck with studying. I hope it goes well. Okay, I might just to be sure add like a little extra grass border here. Exactly. It's like Minecraft water physics are weird, but also kind of convenient. Hold on. Oh, that bucket. I was like, why can I not pick up water? Well, that's because the bucket was already full. Okay, we're almost there. We've almost filled this up to be an infinite water source. Everywhere. I think we did it. That looks like even water levels everywhere. See, and now the thing is, I do think it actually looks better if the border is too thick everywhere. Because otherwise it looks a bit too flimsy. But luckily we... Oh, wait, it's already too thick here. Luckily we can fix that quite easily by just going around and adding some structure to the pond. Okay, it's getting a bit dark for me to see what I'm doing, especially because the water is dark. We're going to have to add some lights into this pond at one point because it does feel like it's a bit too dark for me to see what's going on. This one needs to go. Let me quickly sleep. Whee! And let's see. Let us see. Hold on. Oh, okay. We're gonna eventually really run out of space in my inventory. And I still have to clean up. Okay, I do think it might actually look a little better if we do actually connect this. It's gonna make the barn look a little bit more built in. Oh, thank you for checking out the mod pack. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Okay, it definitely should not go here, though. There we go. Okay. Like I said, the border should be too thick. But if I look at this, I don't like how straight this line is. Like, it does really bother me. I like that this part now already comes out. I do think that does help. I think we could even make like a nice pathway here that kind of... I mean, right now it looks a bit silly, but if we add like trees or something around it, I think having a pathway that goes up here might be nice. Then it's just... I'm like debating whether I might fill this in just on the back. Again, I don't know if that's gonna look nice, okay? I might hate what I'm doing now. And then we're just gonna tear it down. I am just like, I think I mostly don't like it on this side. But maybe the way that it's done now, I can live with it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Like, especially if we're going to have buildings here that kind of distract a little bit from that view line, then it should be fine. And that just gives us a little bit of space to work with here so that you can, like, walk up here if you wanted to. And then maybe we can have a little bench or something. I don't know. We can probably have a tree up here as well. But just kind of like a little seating area that allows you to look over this lake. I think if we remove that tree and stuff, that would work as well. Then I can also, I think, change this again. Hold on. Let me add this one there. That way this line is a little less straight as well. Gonna have to fix the infinite water source here again. Yeah, I think we're there. I think that's good. Okay. From the map, that does look quite natural, actually. Like, we have this little indent, but that makes sense because that's to create the waterfall. We could actually make this indent be like a rock. I think if we use like a mix of stone and cobblestone, that could be really nice. But then also like mossy cobblestone. I think that could be cool. We can kind of just change this out. Maybe even have it like go one layer higher. So that it's like there's like a boulder over here that's kind of directing the water around the corner. And then we also have this pathway here. Although I think what I would like to do is to have that pathway go up there now. So that you walk past the waterfall and not towards it. I think that might be nicer. So let me actually fix that real quick. Let's go like this. And then we would have our path go up here. Do I just want to have it be 3 wide? What if we have a block here? We can have maybe like a little fence. So this is like a viewpoint that you can walk up to. Also, Jessica, thank you. So cozy. I'm happy that's what you think. See, we have our little path, comes around the corner. Goes like that. Viewpoint. I feel like that's nice. You can see the mountain and everything. Eventually, you'll be able to see my storage room and, I don't know, I guess parts of the bustling harbor, maybe. I like that. What I don't like is that wall. I feel like that wall, just like what we had here earlier, kind of ruins the vibe right now. But with this wall, I think part of it is we can just remove it. For what I'm doing now, this is just me figuring things out. Sometimes I use tutorials. But for example, the barns that you see there, I just built, like, from my own brain. I sometimes, if there's anything I look at, it's not really a tutorial. It's more so like a reference photo to just get some inspiration. I used to watch building tutorials, but usually they confuse me more than that they actually work for me, if that makes any sense. They just, I don't know. It's partially, I think, because it's getting spoken instructions. I've followed like tutorials for redstone farms and things, and then to make that waterfall make sense. Wait, what? I'm back. My stream was what? I was gone for a minute. My stream did not crash at all. Well, chat wasn't moving. Like, did you guys type in chat that chat was that the stream was gone? Because I don't see any messages about that. The last message I can see, wait, I can show you guys. Well, I'm going to post this in the Discord, what my chat looks like. Hold on. I'll post it in pictures and videos. I literally see Starship Streak, an angel number for Dutch Angel. And then I see welcome to the chat room, but it sometimes does that. It's sometimes like it doesn't refresh. So then it's fine. Like that happens before. I didn't think anything. And then I see who gave me away from Lena, thinking about like, I don't see any of those messages. I mean, I'm talking to myself more often. It's fine. Wait. I mean, that's good because that means that Twitch's disconnect protection works. But that's really weird. I have 0 dropped frames. My OBS did not disconnect. I have 0 dropped frames, but like the thing that you guys saw is OBS's or like Twitch's disconnect protection, which means that my connection was lost. Which normally I would get like a notification in OBS, like, oh, your connection is lost or like something. I wonder if it was a blip on the Twitch server. But at least we now know that Twitch's disconnect works. I've never had that. You know what? I have actually seen ambassadors talk about this in the Discord, that they were complaining about their bitrate all of a sudden crashing and then picking back up for like just a momentary, like just a second. It blips out and it comes back. I haven't had this myself, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is what it looks like. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the thing that they were talking about. I'm going to research this after stream, especially considering that I didn't see anything in my OBS. That's confusing. That is really confusing. But yeah, everyone refresh your stream. If you're hanging out here, I mean, if you're hanging out here, you can't hear me say that if you need to refresh, which is ironic. Yeah, stream lagged, but like nothing on my end. Interesting. But yeah, we do have ad break coming up in 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we're gonna just take a quick little breaky. Yeah, that's confusing. That is very confusing. But at the same time, I'm not really surprised because, like I said, I think this is the thing that other ambassadors have been talking about experiencing as well. So it doesn't surprise me that it eventually got here as well. Not because I'm saying it's like, oh, it's targeting ambassadors. It's more so like, oh, this is a thing that people are experiencing, like dropping bit rates. Apparently, it's something with the Twitch servers, but that would explain why I didn't see anything. So don't drown. Don't drown. Also, are you guys noticing that I'm postponing the work on the paths? Because I don't know what I want to do. Also, we're gonna have to heal my shovel. I might go to the mob farm quickly before we go into break. Because my shovel is struggling a little bit. I also should really get respiration on my helmet at one point. I'm not used to this. After playing on Girly Pop and having like a really good helmet for such a long time, I'm not used to drowning this fast. Oh. They somehow removed sand and created an underwater waterfall. I think technically in Minecraft you can do that too, yeah. That fits with the Minecraft water logic that I know. AKA the lack of water knowledge. Water logic. Okay, the ad break is starting soon. While the ads are starting... Oh, they're starting in a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can free up just a little bit of space in my inventory. Oh, I could actually. Great. I'm quickly gonna row to the mob farm so that during the break time, the mobs can spawn. So that we can restore my shovel sooner. My ugly box in the sky. The Tower of Terror. I'm also gonna have to clean up that chest because I made a chest monster. I made a mess. I miss shulker boxes, man. Oh my god. I really want to go fight the Ender Dragon at one point, but I don't think I'm ready yet. I honestly kind of want to get netherite before... Why is there a chicken in the ocean? I'm so happy I made a bubble vader here. Spawn mob farm flew out. Good point. Okay. We can chill here. And the ads are starting soon, so I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Enjoy your breaky. Hi, chat. I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna turn the game sounds back on. Be prepared. There's a witch in there, by the way. Somewhere. I hear her. I keep hearing her. All the time. I'm happy that you see Jane. I'm happy. By the way, you weren't the only one who thought that. I actually made a reel. I had my first viral Instagram reel, guys. It's sitting at 65,000 views at this point. It's kind of crazy. But it's you were not the only one who was like, how can they make something for free? That sounds like a bad marketing strategy, or like that sounds like just a dumb idea. So there surely must be something fishy about this. Or like that cannot be good. I explained exactly the same thing as what I explained to you, as it's like I found the best analogy. You know, when you go to like a food store and they have samples and they give you like one piece of cheese so that you end up buying multiple different pieces of cheese that you didn't know you wanted. It's like that. This is El Gato's free piece of cheese. That's now how I'm gonna explain this. You know what? While we are here, I might as well just heal all my tools. Bro, that sounds dumb. I just hit sort and now I accidentally. Okay, whatever. There we go. Good comparison. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I worked really hard on it. Also, I'm really happy that I went through the trouble of building this mob farm early on. I hated it. I hated building this mob farm. Don't get me wrong. It was a pain in the ass to do, especially early game. I didn't have feather falling or anything. I was dead scared. The only reason that I was somewhat okay was because I knew that I was above water. It is so nice to be able to just come here and fix my tools and not worry about you know, having to get new diamond enchanted tools, because that's just annoying. I just have my shit ready now. And we have infinite bone meal, and when we ever get an elytra, we're gonna have so much gunpowder. It's great. Actually, these bows can all go into the dumpster. Into my little lava dumpster. There we go. But yeah, my tools are almost healed. Hi, cat. Hello, hello. No, you're all good. Don't worry. We love having cats who want to chat as well. I mean, Toot is one of those cats as well. So, you know, I get it. No, it does have to be this high. There's actually a reason for it. It has to be 250 blocks above the ground floor. And not just above the ground floor, but even above sea level, because that is where you have the best spawn rates for mobs. If you go lower, you are conflicting with mobs that can spawn on the ground. So mobs can like spawn outside of your mob farm. So here what happens is the game will like do a check to see, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it, how many spawnable areas there are. As you can see right here, we are above an ocean, so skeletons and zombies and stuff, they cannot spawn anywhere around this platform, right? Because there's no ground. And because we are 250 blocks in the sky, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. There's also around us, there's no space for mobs to spawn. So those platforms up there, I can actually show you how it works. There we go. Oh yeah, the spiders sometimes tend to clog up some things. And also, mobs sometimes take a while to realize that they can actually walk off the platform. But the whole point is mobs will spawn and then they basically walk off and they fall all the way down. There we go. As soon as they fall in here, there's a water stream that pushes them down and then they fall and then they fall here. And the height of this fall is so high that they basically end up here with just one heart left so that they are a one swing kill. But it basically makes sure that most of the mobs spawn. As you can see, spiders kind of fuck up this farm a little bit. If you want, you can spider-proof the farm, but I very consciously decided not to do that because, like you just saw, sometimes they'll just despawn. Sometimes they will actually go down. As in here, you can see that they are falling. Sometimes they do fall to their death, and then they will give you a string. Very rarely will they fall down and stay down because, as you can see, they try to climb back up. Spiders can do that. Spiders are weird mobs in Minecraft. But yeah, basically, I made sure that by placing lights up here, no mobs can spawn up here as well. Is there a tutorial? Oh, this is just, if you look for Mob Farm 1.21, this is probably something that you'll find. There are a lot of mob farm tutorials. I made it out of stained glass. I had to kill a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of, what are they called? Squids for this. But other than that, I basically just followed the default tutorial. It's just a big box. There's the spawn platforms. You have to make sure there's the trap doors and stuff. And yeah, they'll just walk off these platforms eventually. Sometimes they stay and despawn, but that's fine. Like, the spawn rates of this are, as you can see, pretty fine. They do well enough. There's 2 witches in here right now. Oh my goodness. But it was an effort to build early game. I have to say that. You can obviously also go in caves and try to find a spawner and then, you know, build an XP farm around that. The main reason I really wanted to build an XP farm or like a mob farm like this is because I eventually knew that in this world, you know, it being a forever world, I knew that I really wanted to get an elytra, and then I would have to build something like this to get creepers anyways. And I don't like caving, so I figured, well, you know what? I might as well just build this very early game, and then I don't run into that issue of needing to build a creeper farm later, or run into that issue of needing to go look for a spawner somewhere to build a mob farm. I'm watching a DBD stream and I hear what's happening with your ping. As in, you mean like what we had earlier? Like someone is also having dropped frames, or what do you mean, PNG? No, that's what I'm saying, ELSWHERE. You cannot have it under a mountain because then there would be spawn areas all around your mob farm and mobs would spawn outside of your mob farm, absolutely destroying your spawning rates. Unless you want to go and spawn proof the entire mountain around it, but cannot recommend that. That's a horrendous task because then you're going to have to find all the caverns. You're going to have to find all the little caves. You're going to have to light up the entire top of the mountain to prevent any mobs from spawning there. Then, yes, then you could technically build it under a mountain. But I wouldn't recommend it. So that's why these farms are supposed to be built out, like, on the ocean, very high up. Because that way Minecraft can only spawn mobs in your mob farm and nowhere else. That's basically the plan, or like the idea. Okay, I think I just have to do this one. And then we've done all of them. But that one is barely... one day, I will be walking around this mob farm and just fall into this. It will happen. Wait. I have a question for anyone with a Switch 1. I just bought mine new, and it's extremely loud. Like, the cooler is insanely loud. Not just after hours of playing, but even if I just turn it on. Oh, that's not normal. I have a Switch 1, and it doesn't make any sound. Ever. I played games on my Switch in Aruba where it was like 30 degrees outside, and a friend of mine was even playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is like a game that requires a little bit more, you know, processing power than, let's say, Stardew Valley. and it did not get hot or... I'm not the only one. No, I was already thinking I'm not the only one with connection problems. Also, the weird thing is, I don't know what is happening with my, like, the thing is, I don't see anything going wrong, but you guys clearly had a disconnect stream, right? But yeah, I would definitely send that back, because that does not sound good. Obviously, just like a computer, your Switch can cool down, so it's not necessarily super bad that the fans do something at one point. But if they immediately start doing that while you just turn it on, that's not good. But in a normal environment, it wouldn't be noticeable. Okay, you play in bed with silence. Fair enough. I mean, you can always get it checked out, right? You can even take it to a shop just to make sure that they check if it's correct. Maybe it does do this. Maybe Nintendo has updated their firmware, and since that time, the fans do go louder. I have a Switch One. I haven't played on it for a while, to be honest. So, like, the thing that the case that I just referred you to, it could be that now it does do that. Okay, let's go back down. Oh, I love dropping down here. It feels... I wish that we could do that drop, like, slower so we could have a nicer view. Okay, but all my tools are repaired. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. And then I might just... Now that I'm in that phase of doing tasks that I'm, like, about... You've legitimately never heard a fan? No, I don't think I've ever heard the fans in my Switch either. So, but I was like, I don't want to be that person that's like, no, that's absolutely not supposed to happen. Then it turns out that I'm actually, you know, saying something wrong. Because I just never had it happen to me before. Okay, let's get back. And let's actually get some stuff and actually clean up a little bit before I continue with any more building. I think I have some bundles in here so that I can just... Also, oh my god, I haven't told you guys about this, but this happened to me the other day. I was on stream. Like, this was 2 weeks ago. When I was playing Minecraft 2 weeks ago. I closed stream. At the end of stream, I cleaned out my inventory. I checked. I went back into stream. I checked. I closed stream with a bundle in my inventory. That bundle had buckets, arrows, just exactly like now. It had all of my leads and everything in it. I closed stream with that bucket in my inventory. Then, after stream, I decided, you know what? I want to try and see if I can get Voxy to work. That was the time when we were talking about, like, the thing that extends your horizons. I was like, I want to see if I can get that to work. I opened up my game again, and my bundle was gone. Even though, like, in the last 10 seconds of stream, I open a chest so I can see in my inventory it's right there. I checked that chest. I went back. It's not there. I have no idea where that bundle is. But the reason that I noticed immediately when I started up my game that my bundle was gone, because I loaded into game and a bunch of pillagers spawned. So I wanted to grab my arrows from my bundle so I could actually use my bow. And it just didn't, like, just wasn't there. It literally got eaten by the Minecraft gods. Also, Juliana, welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah, the code was just stealing from me. How rude. No, but I was mostly just really confused. I was like, what do you mean? Also, I'm just really quickly gonna, like, get a lot of the things out here that are where I just have, like, a very low count. So I can stuff as much as I can into bundles. So that hopefully we can take as many things in one go back to my house. Okay, that bundle is now full. That can go in there. That can go in there. We can actually clean that up. Do I have anything that can go in there? Oh no, that's a stripped one. That's why it doesn't stack. Okay, let's sort. We can have the rooted dirt in there. I just want to take as many things in one go as I can. We can have the powered rails in there. Okay, that one is gonna get cleaned out here. All of these, I think... Yeah. It's already thinking that. Okay, so that's too many. So then I am just gonna start taking things from here. Okay, inventory is full. Let's go walk back. Yeah, it got lost in the raid. Exactly. No, but it's just so strange. I don't think I've ever had that in Minecraft before, where I just lost something. Like, I've had weird Minecraft glitches, but I think that's a new one. Also, I love that with the Voxy mod, you can actually see the village back there. Every single time, I'm like, what's that light in the distance? Without Voxy, you cannot even see my tree farm. This mod is like literally crazy. It does so much for the ambiance of the game. I'm really happy that I went through the struggle of installing it and figuring out how to get it to work with my shaders and stuff. Okay. This can all... Oh, actually, I can now do this. I'm happy I got this mod. Also, Nocturnal Trash, welcome in. It's good to see you. Birch planks, yeah. Pale oak. Yeah, that's the pale oak. I also, on Friday evening, I actually went to get a lot of granite because, I ran out. All fun. Yeah, if the light starts moving closer, I think I might poop my pants. Let's sort this. I have a dirt problem. Because that chest is also full of dirt. Like I said, I have a dirt problem. I might have to eventually figure out what I'm going to do with that because... I mean, even with terraforming, at least right now, I don't need that much dirt. I have a feeling like very soon I'm going to just have to start building my other storage room. Simply so that I can fix the problem of my dirt. Also, yes, I am now always carrying a flint and steel. After my trauma in the nether the other day, I am from now on always carrying a flint and steel. Okay? Whether I need it or not, going close to the nether or not, we are carrying flint and steel. Because I'm severely traumatized, okay? That time scared the living crap out of me. For anyone who wasn't there when it happened, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I ran into the nether without thinking to save a cat. Because, a cat... That's also another thing. I lost all my fish. Is there a clip? I mean, it was kind of like a half-hour thing, so I don't think there is one singular clip that depicts the events of that moment. I ran into the nether head first, not thinking at all, to save this cat. And then... there was a ghast who blew up my nether portal. And I actually didn't bring my flint and steel. So I couldn't go back home. I was literally stuck in the nether. Thank God chat was here to help me figure it out. And Dame actually had a brilliant idea. Because Dame was like, do you have wood on you? We had wood on us, so that was good. And then we put wood next to the portal, and then we got lava to set the wood on fire, and then the fire was burning, and then the fire lit up our portal. Yeah, that was a whole thing. But I was so lucky that I even had wood on me, because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Although, we figured out, because the wood in the nether doesn't burn, so you cannot go chop down a tree in the nether and then use that. You actually have to have overworld wood with you. But we figured crafting tables burn. So technically, if you go and you get wood from the nether and you make a crafting table, then you can put the crafting table and then burn that one. And then that can light a portal. So if you ever get stuck in the nether and you don't have any flint and steel and you need to get back, that's your way. Just so you know. The cat, no, the cat walked straight into lava and died. which just made this whole ordeal even worse because we didn't even get a cat. We didn't even get a cat. Also, hi, Noah. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So, yeah. That was hella unfortunate. No cat. A lot of stress. But in a way, it felt like a little legendary moment that we got out. Like, that together with chat, it worked out. Hi, Mim. It was scary. I was definitely scared. I was definitely pooping my pants a bit. Hi, Liv. It's good to see you. Okay. Like I said, we're just taking a little moment to clean up. Let me get my bundles back. Because I can obviously put things in bundles still. Hold on. Is there anything? That's just 12. That's 32. Okay, those bundles are almost full, but that does free up enough space that I think, yes, I can take everything. Can I take that one still? No. It's the one thing I cannot pick up right now. Okay, hold on. But I can put those wheat seeds away. Hold on. I cannot put those wheat seeds away for now. Do I have... Okay, we definitely need better storage. For all the wheat seeds. Okay, I picked it up. Let's go. Imagine... Well, then you don't really get stuck there forever, Jane. Then the solution is just to jump off and die in lava. Or start a fight with a piglin and have yourself get killed. Then your only way back to the overworld is death. Which is... I wasn't ready to accept that just yet. So I was very happy that we had smart people in chat to think along with us. But ever since, so that's the story as to why I now always carry flint and steel. Because I do not trust myself. I feel like there's gonna be a day where I just walk headfirst into the nether again because there's a cat that needs saving. And, you know, now we all know what will happen. I do think in general, I feel like I gotta move my nether portal to another spot. Did you try to redeem something? Oh, yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know why that got held. Automod, are you okay? But Connie, thank you so much for redeeming the palm tree roll. Let's go. Thank you for hanging out here enough that you got to redeem that. I hope you enjoy your time standing as a beautiful palm tree in our Discord. Yeah, I don't know what was happening either. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is, for some reason, auto-modded literally just your Discord username. Also, mods, thank you for approving it. Appreciate it. Yeah, we have a dirt problem. The dirt problem is getting more severe. I'll see too much dirt. Thank you for setting it up, Esther. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, that can go here now. Need to get the flowers back in here. That can go in here. Those can go in here. That can go in here. We have so many different colors stained glass because I always accidentally make way too much. Just in general, I have made quite a lot of glass that I did not end up using. But it's fine. We'll probably find build projects for it. Also, Capricorn, hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing so well. Redstone can go in here. My shears can go in here. Moss carpet can go into my little moss. I keep rotating things. My little moss chest. I think if I build my big storage room, I think I might not want to work with item frames. Does anyone know, is there a way to lock an item frame? I tried honey. Someone said honey, but that doesn't work. I don't think there is. I think I Googled it, but maybe one of you guys knows. Maybe one of you guys is smarter than me. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Because I'm done with accidentally rotating items in my frames. I was also watching a stream or a video from Tango the other day, and he said the thing that I've been saying for 2 years, that it doesn't make sense that there's no way to snip vines to stop them from growing. Hi, Bloomstead. Hello, hello. There is not, besides not putting them in front of something you want. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not very useful. Also, yes, I am using these as storage for the absolute idiotic overflow of poppies. I eventually want to do something with those poppies. I don't know what yet, but maybe make like a cool poppy field or something. I just put a block in the ground in front of the bottom row and the item frames on the back of the shelves above the top row. Yeah, so that's the thing. I could do that too, apart from the fact that, like, I could do that with the wood ones. As in here, technically, I have the wood, for example, in the floor of that chest. But, like, here, I'm like, these are all different blocks, and they're 3 high. If that makes any sense. Also, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. Hold on, I'm just cleaning out my iron as well really quickly. Let me actually... I have so much iron, it's ridiculous. My iron farm is, like, also one of the first things I build in this world, so it's just been working overtime. This is a lot of iron. But it's nice. That means that we never have to worry about it. Okay, so... different dimensions. Yeah, I'd have to change it. Exactly. I will just think of this when I'm gonna build my big storage room. So we now have our lake here, which, like I said, we're gonna have to decorate a little bit. I wanted to do the pathways. I want to build a silo over here, which means that we would be able to clean this up. I think this can be... This right now is a little bit of a weird corner, but I guess we can make 2, like, little seating areas. Or you know what you know what I've saved? I have saved so many things, like a scarecrow and, like, a little cart with wheat and stuff on top of it. Just, like, farm decoration. I think, honestly, farm decoration would be really good to add here eventually. I also feel like once we have our final buildings in, I can add the borders around the path. I think... the impulse silo is insane. Yeah, not that type of silo. Also, that's what I was doing. Hi, Fire Cutes. Welcome in. Looking at this, I'm like, oh yeah, I was making a bottom layer here. What should we put at the bottom of this lake? Do we just stick with dirt? I do feel like that makes sense. Oh, you know what? Let me grab the 2 stacks of... the 1 stack of dirt that I put here. Like, I mean, we're gonna put plants and stuff in it, so... I don't know if we should put anything else for now. We can make it a little bit magical if we want to. I have a coral reef really close. Maybe that's what we can do. Maybe we can make it a magical pond. That could be really cute. Like, have it be quite colorful and stuff. You mentioned it and I watched Gem and Impulse. They're my favorite so far. Let's go. That's the 2 I started watching as well. That's where it started for me as well. Oopsie. I am glad that I got someone else invested in Hermitcraft. Just makes me happy, you know? Because I love it. Hermitcraft's just such a comfort show. Or show. That sounds weird to say, but, like, it is, I guess. I watch Gem by myself, and I watch Impulse by myself, and then I watch Tango and Scar together with Scott. Because I also got him to watch it. Wait, really? Wait. So there's multiple people in chat that I got addicted to Hermitcraft. I will, that is an honor, honestly. I am proud of that. I don't expect to meet a lot of the hermits this year because honestly, they're usually at TwitchCon US, but if I meet one of them, I'll tell them. I'll be like, guys, I did it. I got my community addicted. Very proud of it. Got your fiance to watch Grian. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, to be honest, it's just really nice. Hi, Timbo. Welcome in. Like, it's just really nice to watch. Somebody let the tiger get high. Wait. Thomas, explain. Explain. Because you came from Meggie, right? I remember you came with a Meggie raid. But how does that relate back to Hermitcraft? I need to know this origin story. I want to watch more Hermitcrafters. I feel like there's a couple of them that I don't watch that I would like actually enjoy watching. It's just I don't know where to find the time to watch all of them. Yeah, Tom is lore incoming. There's a backstory here, and I need to know it. I love the little lore drops from the community. The other day when Lena casually dropped in chat, or like in the Discord, that she faked her parents' signature to get out of school to go to a Beyonce concert, like that's a good lore drop. Like stuff like that, it's just, that's what I want to know about you guys. And I can be like, so what's your community like? And I'm like, well, listen. 16 days left until opening day. Nice. Are you going to do anything special on opening day? Watched Hermitcraft. Stopped watching. Watched again. Partner watched too. Partner loves it. Discovers Zedif. I join his Patreon server. Start streaming. Meet people. Meet eventually leads to Meggie. And then to here. Fair enough. Okay. There we are. I love that. I love that. But wait, who is the start streaming? Is the start streaming ZF? Or is it you or your partner? In this context. Important questions. False is also really nice. I mostly watch False streams. I don't really watch her YouTube videos, not because I don't want to, but again, just lack of time. But False very often streams on times that I can actually watch, because, European time zones and all. So yeah, I watch her streams mostly. I am very proud that like this is one of my flexes is that False follows me on. Where is my bed? Did I leave my bed? False follows me on Twitch. That's like one of my flexes. I have a couple of flexes. There's like a couple of important people that follow me, and I will flex it whenever I can. Ah, that's how you got started. Wait, okay, that is Thomas Lore Drop. I did not know that part. I did not know that you were the one who started streaming. We could have said. That's amazing. Exactly. Don't step on that butterfly. Don't go there. Just don't. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that so many of you guys are now not kind of cool. It's just really cool. No need to brag about it. Okay, let me brag some more. So someone else that's famous that follows me that I'm also, which is kind of like a cool fun fact, is Pirate Software because it's so random. um, like I feel like that is one of the most random cool follows I have. He literally followed me after I met him last year at TwitchCon Rotterdam. Like he actively remembered my name after meeting me. I thought that was pretty impressive and kind of cool. Let me think. Who else follows me? That's really. I mean, there's a lot of people that follow me that are really cool. To be honest, there's also a couple of people that follow me where I'm like, I don't even know how they found me. If that makes any sense. Also, fixing this is a pain in the ass. I'm just realizing this. Because I'm trying to fix the stones, at least on the higher levels, and turn it into dirt. Did you ask him about the ferrets? I did, actually. I did. You guys are really cool. Exactly. You guys are really cool. I love that I was complaining how I have too much dirt before, and now I'm like, I don't have dirt to fix what I was working on here. You guys are the coolest. That is true. You guys are not famous, though. I was trying to list famous people. I was trying to think of famous people that follow me. I mean, you're famous for me. You guys are famous for me because I know you. But I was trying to be, like, to flex. How do you know? Maybe you guys are famous. That could be. That's always my biggest worry. Okay, like, serious note. I always worry that, like, what if there's someone in my Twitch chat that's like, I don't know, maybe like it's an alt account or maybe it's, you know, I sometimes have a partnered streamer come in and they're just saying hi and stuff. Like, there's even people that lurk in my streams a lot. That, like, even some of my friends that will just never say hi, but like they're hanging out. And then they're like, yeah, I saw that in your co-working stream and this and this. And I'm like, wait, you are, like, there's people, like, you guys, you perceive me? Do you know? But like, what if someone perceives me and they're actually like really famous and they're like active part of this community and I just don't know? I mean, not that it should matter, but like, what if, you know? What if? What is HLN, Bimbo? Like, not like, you're a secret hermit? Oh, lots of news. What is that? Is that something Flemish? No, genuinely, I don't know. To be fair, I don't watch TV, so this is very much a me problem. Yep, okay, that makes sense. Exactly, but like, what if I could flex more and I have no idea? Why did that sound like something was burning in my Minecraft game? Why is something burning? Do you guys hear that? Oh, that is because there is actually something burning. For some reason, that sound just played really loud, at least for me. Okay, Ro, you need to focus. What are we gonna do? Maybe I need you guys' help. I'm gonna do a little poll. Oh, maybe it's in the lo-fi. That could be true. That could be the same. Hold on. I need you guys' help. What do we do? Pathing. Make it cute. Silo. Actually, no, I cannot do the pathing. I first need to do the buildings. So do we first start with silo? Do we first start with pond/lake? Do we start with... What are my other options, actually? Now that I've cleaned stuff up. Small farm deco? That's what you can call it. Those are the 3 options. You guys need to vote. What do we do? What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see, I mean, pathing is something I would love to do, but I just don't really know how to get started when the buildings aren't there, because then I feel like I'm going to do the path and then I'm going to have to move that. Also, silo would not be a super big build, by the way. I would try to keep it relatively small. I have some reference images that I can look at. Hold on. Sorry, I just got a message and I just quickly wanted to... Okay, sorry, I just read a message quickly. I have to mark that as unread because I have to respond to that later. I was gonna actually open my Pinterest. Because it's... Oh, you guys... It seems like you guys are mostly voting for pond and lake. Then I still want to look up some inspo photos, though. I want to see what I can do with that. Pinterest. Go to my profile. I don't actually know if I have anything pinned for like a pond or something. At this point, I have a lot of things pinned, so... Okay, the pond lake area is definitely winning. I'm doing a really quick scroll to see if I have anything in Stillgrove Valley. Also, I don't think I've ever told you like formally told you the name of my world. My world is called Stillgrove Valley. You guys like it? I mean, it's been named that since world creation, but okay, I have a photo here. Can I open the image? Yeah, okay, so we can have that one. That can be a good inspiration. Yeah, nice to be formally introduced, right? That was long overdue. That was definitely long overdue. Okay, I have one picture of a waterfall that we can use as inspiration. So I might quickly... I know you guys can't see it, by the way. I will show you guys when I have like a couple of images that I actually want to use as a reference photo. Hold on. Minecraft lake. I'm afraid if I search for lake, it's going to get really... There's going to be like a lot of things. Oh, that's cute. Hold on. I want to open image in new tab, and let's save this one to Minecraft as well. I will show you guys. I promise. I feel kind of bad for like not showing you guys right now, but okay, I actually really like this final image that I found because it also has more natural shapes around it. Something like this. Right? So we can have some trees. These are custom trees. We can try to do custom trees. I don't do that very often. I'm a little scared of them. But having like kind of rocks in different places, like this is kind of what I want to do on the edges of the waterfall. I feel like that's going to be nice. Obviously here the waterfall comes from higher up, and we kind of have the waterfall coming from like the lake is higher up, and then we have a smaller pond at the bottom. So it's going to look slightly different, but I think I can work with this as inspiration. Something else that I have is this one. I really like the lily pads that they've made here with the coral. I don't know how they do this though, because I don't know what they place this on top of, because obviously this has to be on top of water, otherwise it dies. Or like in direct contact with water. I remember we figured out how to do it on Girly Pop, but I don't remember what we did. I think we used slabs. And then I also really like this one, but obviously one of the reasons I like this one is because this is using a mod to change the way water works in Minecraft. I don't know if it's a trapdoor. I don't know. Maybe. But what I like about this is kind of like, do you see how the leaves and then like, also they definitely have modded Minecraft because you cannot add glowberries attached to leaves. It doesn't allow you to do that. So I mean, texture wise, it's very clear that this is modded, but concept wise, we can use it, I think, because I really like what is happening here with kind of like the different types of stone behind the waterfall. Do you guys see my vision? Kind of what I want to do with if I combine like all these images? Can you make the brown? Oh, yeah, we can do that with, I think they did this with brown candles. In Minecraft, normally we don't have cattails, but with brown candles, you can kind of fake them. And I think we can get brown dye because I have cocoa beans. And we have infinite beeswax now, so we can literally just make as many candles as we want. So I think we can do that. Okay. Now I feel like a little bit more confident. Now I have a bit of a vision. Also, I have an idea of which materials I'm gonna need. Which is funny because that means I'm just gonna take these chests again. I am gonna, for now, get rid of these stones. I will get some stone bricks because some parts can look man-made if we want. I'm definitely taking the mossy cobblestone. We're also just in general gonna take some mossy or some cobblestone. Sorry. You know what? Maybe I don't want to use the. We can use the cobblestone wall. That's actually fun. Maybe I don't want to use the stone bricks. Maybe I do want to keep it as natural as possible. We're definitely gonna need moss. I also have pale moss. I want to know what that looks like. Interesting. That looks way more green with Mizuno's. I don't think I had seen the pale moss in Mizuno's. No, I actually really like that idea, so that's a good shout. So to actually make sure that we can do that, I think my cocoa beans might be back at the other farm. I would need jungle wood for it to make sure that I can grow them. Let's actually take that so I can grow some cocoa beans so that we can make the candles. I actually really like that idea. Then we need azalea leaves and flowering azalea, although I'm probably going to need more of that. So we're going to have to go to our tree farm and grow a couple of those. They also have like fallen logs and everything. And they make custom trees. I feel like for our area, maybe I will for now just go with oak trees, to be honest. So that means that I also need oak leaves. I think I have more oak leaves if we need that. Well, you know what? I can just go for azalea if we make custom trees as well. Then I might just quickly take these azaleas so that I can grow them and then I can shear them. Then I need bone meal. And I have silk touch on this. So I don't need that right now. I wanted to get my lanterns. I think that could be really nice. Then we're gonna need... We can use these campfires as kind of like a little dock. Just like extinguish them. I'm just looking at that photo. Yeah, we definitely are gonna need different types of dirt as well. Obviously, we have the podzol, but I don't think the podzol is really what I want to use. But we can use coarse dirt because coarse dirt actually mixes quite nicely. I also want to just take a bunch of... Like, coarse dirt has a connecting texture in Mizuno's. So we can use that around the edges if we wanted to. I'm just going to take a bunch of normal dirt so I can use that to fill the space as well. And now my inventory is almost full. So... oh my god, I don't mean to flip that. Let's take another moss. Stack of moss. There are no weeping willows in Minecraft, no. I mean, you can create them that's what I forgot, glowberries. Okay, we're gonna have to walk back anyways. You can kind of create quote-unquote weeping willows by using a bunch of glowberries and leaves. There's just no tree that has the same color leaves as glowberries, so you're gonna see that it's two different plants, basically. Okay, I'm gonna put this chest right here. I'm gonna dump... Oh, actually, I need that for now so I can grow cocoa beans. We're just gonna put all of this in here. I'm gonna put my bed next to it. I should probably also get a crafting table. And maybe my stone cutter. But first, I wanted to get my cocoa beans. I forgot where I put those. I know they're in here somewhere, though. There we go. Yeah, the fog looks cool, right? And yeah, it would have been really nice if we had weeping willows, but unfortunately. I feel like with Minecraft, on one hand, I'm like, oh, I would love to have more trees. On the other hand, I personally am already overwhelmed sometimes with the block palette that we have available to us. So I'm not super mad we don't have them. There are people who are absolutely amazing at creating custom trees. Like they can do it so well that you don't even see that it's not like an actual Minecraft tree. It just fits in perfectly. I am not one of those people. I am not really good at building custom trees in Minecraft. I really wish that I was better. But just in general, I am not a champion of, yet. Maybe one day. I just haven't done it enough. Custom trees, but also landscaping and terrain. Like, there are some people, and yes, I am again referring to hermit crafters, just simply because those are the people that I watch play most, but there's like, for example, Good Times with Scar is, for, like, I think, for me, together with Pearl, Us, and Moon, one of the most talented terraformers and landscapers in Minecraft I have ever seen. They managed to create terrain and trees that look so natural of things that aren't even in the game. I really would like to show you if I could. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find a good example, like just a good image. That's a video. No. I just want to open the image. Hold on. I want to show you. I feel like there surely we can do better. Oh yeah. This is something that they did on Hermitcraft, like on one of their most recent episodes. It's a bit of a bad picture because YouTube, it's a YouTube thumbnail. What do you mean? Like, this is fully man-made, okay? I want you to realize that nothing in this terrain was generated by default in the game. Tango's mountain right now, or not even mountain, Tango's entire new biome is wild. This is man-made. This is another example where it looks like just crazy Minecraft terrain forming. These are custom trees. This is all man-made. Like, it's wild. And these are not even the best examples. Like, honestly, there is... I wish that I could find a better example. Hold on. Pearl... Essence... Moon... Hermitcraft... I think it was 9. Or was it... No, it was 10. Her base in Season 10 was... insane. Was it 10? No, I think it was 9. Yeah, it was 9. It was definitely 9. This, again, I'm telling you guys, you have to realize that all of this is man-made, okay? All of this. The entire terrain as well. All of this. I know, Mumbo's doing terraforming as well. It's really cool to see the hermits all, like, teaching each other things. And, like, basically just, like, also, a couple of hermit crafters are teaching other hermit crafters how to do redstone. Like, they are really sharing their craft. And this is just something that I feel like is also very entertaining. Like, that's why it's an entertaining thing to watch, like a show to watch, because you do feel like it all works together. It's not like individual players playing on an SMP. They really create an immersive world together. And it is also really cool to see, like, someone like Mumbo, who has been doing Minecraft YouTube for over 10 years and is, to this day, the biggest Minecraft YouTube, like, one of the biggest Minecraft YouTube channels. I think still the most subscribed to YouTube channel, actually. To, like, still learn new things about this game. To still, you know, expand their skill and expand their craft is so inspiring to see, because that makes you feel like it doesn't matter how long you've been playing, you can always improve, but that also means that what you can do already is already really good. Because, like, it doesn't really matter in the end, as long as you're having a good time. And that is just, that makes me, I don't know, that is like a comforting thought. But yeah, this build, I remember, absolutely crazy. Looks even better in-game. Like, when she's doing a fly around and everything, bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So yeah. That was my little positive rant about why I love hermit crafters, okay? And that is in my brain, like, that's what I aspire to build like one day. I am nowhere near close, but maybe one day. Okay, I'm definitely gonna take another stack of bones as well, because we're gonna need to make more bone meal for sure. But maybe one day I can do stuff like that. That day is definitely not today. And that's, like, I don't even consider myself a bad builder in Minecraft, right? Like, at this point, I feel like I'm a pretty decent builder. I have some tricks up my sleeve. I can pull something out and just do it. Yeah. I feel like that level is just next level. Okay, let's put all of this. No, wait, let's put that next to it. I love how I cleaned this up and now I'm like, let's put it back. Let's sleep. And then... Okay. So my biggest challenge here, I think, is the fact that, this border right now feels just a little empty, I think, is the best way that I can describe it. Selena, thank you so much for the freaking 25 months. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. Okay. I feel like that was where I wanted to add another dirt. Yeah, I don't exactly know. I think what I hate around this border is that it looks uneven. As in it looks chaotic. So I actually think that I might want to change things out for cobble and mossy cobble, amongst other things. And I'm going to do that all around the pond. So you're going to have to bear with me for a little bit. I'm just going to do that. And then I thought I placed that there. Hello. I'm just trying to place that block. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I thought I got more cobblestone. Did not. Lots of uni stuff to do, but you'll get through it. You got this. I feel it. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Don't ask me why I started singing that, okay? Let's just ignore. Let's just ignore that. I felt it. Yeah, I did. I did. And in my toes even. Wilding, huh? Okay, that can go there. That can go there. I actually am really annoyed that there's so much gravel here. Oh. Well, that fixes that. I didn't really mean to create a cave here. Oops. So now we're going to have to fill this in. You immediately started singing as well. Okay, good, good, good. I'm happy that I'm not the only one. Oh god, this opens up into a whole other cave. Let's not die here, okay? Not today. Do I have a quick torch? There we go. Because I don't think I want to fully fix this. Like the accidental hole I created. I'm not really feeling like fixing it. So I might just... Hello? Go like that. Perfect. Oh my god. Floating in the water and building is very annoying. I do think it's going to be worth it, though. I think it's going to look better, but right now it is annoying. Eventually, I don't mind if it actually turns into normal stone, like, further down the bottom, because then it's kind of like the water eroded, right? Like, the water made it smooth. But right now, I kind of like it if they're... Okay, that's a little bit of iron. I'm going to take that quickly. Again, not that I really need it, but... Okay, but in the water, I do want everything to be smooth stone, I think. Because otherwise, it's going to be inconsistent, and I also don't like that. Okay, we also have the same problem back here. I'm going to have to get smooth stone. I don't think I actually have anything on me. So I might have to go back anyways to my little storage room. This also has to go. Hold on. You know what? I can just switch my pickaxe and then pick up some smooth stone here. That should work. Okay, here's more gravel that I kind of want to change out. The thing is, I was thinking, like, if I don't like what it looks like with the stone, I can always just add a layer of dirt on top of the stone, if that makes any sense. Oh my god, the water pushing me constantly is kind of driving me a little mad. Especially considering that I'm now placing stones, which is also changing, like, the current of the water a little bit. I just need to go stand somewhere for a second. So I need to look at this from a distance, I think. I do think that actually helps. I do think that looks nice. I also do think that this stone up here should go higher, so that there's only one layer of no. Oh, I will riot. But Drive says the folder is infected. Is it saying it's infected, or is it giving you a warning to not download something from an unknown source? Because if you have a virus scanner on your computer, it could just be that it's telling you to be careful with a file from an unknown source, because obviously my personal Google Drive is not a verified download source, right? So just curious if that is what is happening. I'm pretty sure there is no virus in there because, you know, I'm using it myself. But obviously I want to check if you're actually getting like a specific warning, if there's more detail. It would be good for me to know, because then I will look into it, of course. But I just know that very often a browser will tell you that a file is unsafe to download if it's just from an unverified download source. Which, again, my personal Google Drive is an unverified download source, unfortunately. Actually, hold on. Might need some looking into. Can you give me some more details? Because looking into is gonna need more details. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I just genuinely mean that with the details you've given me now, I probably won't be able to figure anything out. Because again, it could just be your browser saying, hey, watch out. We don't know this download source. It happens to me a lot when I download like apps that you can download through GitHub even. It will be like, hey, do you trust your computer to get this application? Also, it is not like a file, like an MP4 file that your computer will recognize instantly. So there is a chance that if you don't have Modrinth installed, I don't know if you have, but like that your computer just doesn't recognize the file format. Google Drive gives the warning? Google Drive itself gives the warning. What? Why? Since when does Google Drive give you a... Drive always does it if they're unable to... Okay, but does it say it's unable to analyze it, or does it literally tell you there's a virus in here? Because, I mean, it would make sense, because Google, it's like a specific zipped modpack file. It is not possible to download this. What the hell? I mean, I guess I can even just replicate it by literally just going to the download link on my Ko-Fi shop, right? Now I want to try this, see if I get that same notification. Check out now. Luckily, it's free, so I can just do that. Get your items. It works fine for me, even though I'm not even logged in with the Google account that it's uploaded to. I'm literally switching between all my Google accounts to make sure. I can download it just fine. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, it shows the content? Okay. Okay, so then I was missing a step. Oh yeah, I do get it. I get that same message. That is really weird. Because... Okay, so how would I fix this? Genuine question. Because there is no virus in there. It's just a JSON file. And it contains some data packs. Do I just put it somewhere else? I mean, on Ko-Fi, I can change things to just upload a zip file there and then have people download the file directly instead of through my drive. I figured I'd put it on my drive so that if I need to update the file and I have multiple links in places, I just can update it in one spot. But the thing is, like, I'm 100% sure this is not a virus. Like, this is directly exported from Modrinth. It's the same file I'm using right now. It's not a virus. So I don't know why Google is flagging it that way. I wonder if it was always flagging it this way. They've yeeted accounts for less. That is true. That is true. I'm gonna have to look into this after stream quickly. I mean, I think I can fix it quite quickly, as in just take it down from Google, fix it on Ko-Fi so that you guys can get it directly through the shop. I already have a backup of this file somewhere. I don't even have to re-download it, and if I needed to, I can just pull it from my Modrinth again without a hassle. It's literally one click of a button, export mod file, and then you got it. I'm just highly confused as to why it is being flagged as a virus. I will look into this after stream. I mean, we have 10 minutes left of stream, so I think we will be fine with just those 10 minutes. I think that should be okay. But that is so strange. Do we think it will look... But thanks for telling me, by the way. And thanks for giving me some context as well. That really helped because honestly, otherwise I might have spent hours upon hours looking for, you know, the problem and what was wrong. Not knowing what to look for. Because like just now I checked things and I was like, oh, that, you know, for me, there's no virus. While obviously for you guys, there was a virus notification. It was just in a place that I didn't look. Okay, I've definitely destroyed too many torches. I need to put that back. So that's really good to know. I do appreciate you guys flagging it and like letting me know. Okay, we have our first big boulder in here. I have done some changes around there, but I kind of want to quickly go to sleep. Because with this water, with the shader that we're using, the water is beautiful, but it's very dark. So it's really hard for me to see anything to do any terraforming. And I guess drowned can technically spawn in there. When I heard you could download a virus, I had to check it out instantly. Thomas being like, hold on. This sounds like my cup of tea. This sounds like something that I would very much enjoy. Okay, we're gonna need more stones. I actually have enough. I need this one. I have plenty of the cobblestone. rosannatxt. Oh my god, imagine if I was just a virus. That'd be bad. Please don't imagine that. Thank you. Actually, I don't like this one here. I think it should be in the ground. I'm just really confused. That's mostly it. I'm just really confused. I don't understand how that is happening, but we will figure it out. Could literally still just be a Google issue, to be honest. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Just because it's like an unrecognizable file, Google is like, surely must be a virus. Could also be that someone downloaded the file, did not know what to do with it, and then reported it as a virus. And therefore, Google is like, oh, someone reported this as a virus. So surely it must be a virus. I don't know. But it mostly really sucks that means that there's people who've been trying to download my mod pack and just couldn't. Luckily, it's free. But, you know, still feel kind of bad. Okay, at least now it looks like most of it above the water line is cobble. Gonna do one more layer over here. Oh, and I see that over here. I missed like a whole part as well. Because I do think it actually looks a whole lot better with all the cobble. I feel like it immediately makes it feel a lot more like this is a natural pond. And then like the water has smoothened it out. With it's common with oh wait, so okay, so it's probably just the fact that it's a JSON file then that it's, if that's the reason. Oh, I didn't mean to place it there. But the water is pushing me, so there we go. But that's annoying that is common. Like that shouldn't happen, right? Or at least oh my fucking god. Sorry. I'm just trying to move blocks here and the water keeps... I'm gonna lose my shit somewhere over here in a second. Because this is actually infuriating. Cannot stand still for like just a millisecond even. hold on, because those need to be. Oh my god, then it's... Should have done this before I put the water in, but I didn't because I thought I was smart, and then it turns out I was fucking dumb. I now am getting pissed annoyed with myself. Even though it's not that bad. It's just water, Ro. It's just pushing you a little bit. Get over it. But no. Okay. We now have the boulders here. I feel like new wrap dropped. Do you like it? Think it was good? Yeah, I think that looked good. I think if we add like plants and hanging leaves and stuff around the corner, we're already gonna have done most of the work. I think that's already gonna look a whole lot better. Okay, I'm trying to gonna get up there. And then just get rid of this. There we go. I feel like maybe we can do with another boulder there. I see another dirt block there that I want to fix. Although that's like a minor inconvenience, the one back here. Because technically it doesn't really matter that that isn't dirt. Or that that isn't stone. Okay, but now we at least have something that looks a bit more natural. I think something that I want to quickly do is chop down some trees. Specifically azaleas to get some leaves that I can use. That one can go there now. I took this. I took my bone meal. Luckily, we have space here. Let's plop this down. And then we're just going to go chop. Get all of the leaves and then get rid of the wood as well. But mostly just get a lot of the leaves so we can put it around the corner. Or around the corner, around the border. And then we can mix and match the normal ones and the flowering ones. I think azalea is one of my favorite trees in Minecraft. Because I really love how they have oak wood. So I actually like a good oak. I think it's nice. But I really like how the leaves are like really nice and bright. They're very like light. And I love the pink flowers. I love, love, love the pink flowers so much. Also, Garrett, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's do that one more time. And then I think for now we should have enough leaves. So just decorate the border. And I also like how usually azalea leaves curve a little bit. So adding them to frame pathways or to frame, like what we're doing now, frame a lake or something is also very pretty. I also think I might want to figure out something. I don't know exactly what yet. To add some light at the bottom of that cave. Just so that that water isn't like such a dark, scary pit. Gonna have to think about that a little bit. Okay. Just trying to get as many of the leaves as possible. Okay, I think we're just gonna chop it. There we go. Let's see, how much do we have now? 35 flowering and like over a stack of the normal. Yeah, that's good because we already had some flowering back here. We had 11 and then we already had, so we have more than 2 stacks of the normal. That's good. And then I specifically want to have this go like kind of around here. Kind of around that corner. We can have one here, here. I'm not gonna have it go all around, I think, because then I think it's gonna look too overwhelming. And I think in certain spots it should also go upwards a little bit. Okay, it's getting... The sun is making it hard to see things here. Maybe that's a little bit too much, actually. Especially here, I feel like it's too continuous. Hold on, let's add one more flowering here. So it shouldn't be all around. I think then it's going to be too much. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Let's grab those. There's a big water cave down there. We haven't really explored any water caves, but... Actually, we could have some leaves in the water even. That could be kind of cool. Like it's kind of growing downwards. Looping around a little bit. Hello. Trying to get up there again. Okay. Let's go sleep because I cannot see shit. No, I think I should probably wrap up soon. That's a good shout, especially because I still want to check that thing. And I have been quite tired today because obviously we had a long stream yesterday as well, so want to make sure that I don't go until too late. Oh wait, I was gonna make this a little viewpoint. So we're gonna have like a little fence here and then maybe a bench or something. But then I should probably not go too much or like too high around here. I do think we can probably go a little bit more like that. Yeah, I do like how that is starting to look. We're definitely not done yet. I'm just going to add like a little bit here, like growing into the water almost. Or not even almost, just growing into the water. And then I feel like here we can also have some leaves in the water, hiding some of the spots that didn't look as good before. Oh, that is actually changing the flow of the water. I don't know if I like that, but... That is starting to look very nice, though. I like it. It's looking very overgrown, and I'm here for that. I think if we add, like, trees and stuff around it, and then, you know, obviously also kind of continue all of this on this side, like, around this lake here, it's really gonna look like a cool magical feature. And then from here, we can maybe have, like, a little walkway, like a little dock that just goes out so that we can walk here and sort of stand on the water a little bit. And then there we can have, like, a little viewpoint with a bench. Maybe have a fence and stuff to make sure that you don't fall in. And then I think what we could do maybe to light up this area is we can have some glowberries growing kind of like from certain spots, like a little bit hidden. We can have some glowberries hanging down. And then maybe we can also, I don't know, just add, like hide a little bit of a light source down here maybe somewhere. Like, is that... Oh my god, that's glow lichen. That is really good to know. It's really good to know we have glow lichen down there. Because I actually have been thinking that I need to go caving to get some, but we can just get it in our own water cave now. I was like, there's a little light source down there. But that means that glow lichen can grow underwater. I don't think I knew that. That would be perfect for the bottom. We can just get glow lichen all over the bottom. Not like all over it, but like a little bit. Mix it in with maybe some pale moss. And in here, we're going to add plants and lily pads and everything to just make it look lush and green as well. Have some bushes on the side. I feel like this corner over here, we need to do something with it because this corner is too straight for... Like, I like all of it. It looks very natural, but that corner is not giving right now. But other than that, I think I want to change out that tree, for example, for maybe like a custom tree that's kind of overhanging. Maybe sort of like Weeping Willow vibes. But I'm really liking this. I know it's very early stages, but I am slowly seeing my vision come together. I'm slowly seeing what I wanted to do. Because this is a natural water cave, right? Like, that waterfall was partially there. I just connected it to a bigger lake up here. But this is, I think, one of the first times that instead of just covering part of the water, I'm just like, no, let's actually work with it. Which I kind of like. I'm kind of proud of that. I'm kind of proud of the fact that I'm trying to work with the terrain. I kind of did that over here as well, and I'm trying to do that over here because I want to add a build on top of this hill. Right? I'm just like, water? Nah, let's just make land. I don't care. But look at our little starter area. Look at how it's coming together. Just like take a little moment to appreciate this. I know, I mean, I've been spending quite a lot. This is day 371 in game. And I feel like it doesn't look like much, but obviously there's a bunch of automated farms in there. That took quite some time to build. And also my entire house is fully decorated and furnished. That is glitching out. Do you see that? If I zoom out enough, I can see those armor stands. And I can see the item frames in my storage. I think that's Voxy. How did you pick this spot? Okay, honest answer. The spawn of this world is in this village. I looked at Minecraft worlds that had a really good, like, I watched the YouTube video to get a good seed. If you make a new Minecraft world, you can actually enter like a seed, a code that will create a world based on a specific look and feel and a specific seed. So I looked for a Minecraft seed that I liked before starting this because I was like, I want to start in a world that I know I'm going to like my spawn and I don't have to travel like 4,000 blocks for myself to like find a spot that I want to settle. When I saw this, they basically told, like in the YouTube video, they were like, okay, so you start in a village. I was like, okay, that's already good. They were like, you literally have ice biomes, warm biomes, a mushroom island, and basically everything you could want. Like there's a mini desert, there's a big terracotta area, there's a jungle, there's a dark forest. Like you have almost all biomes at your disposal. Very close. And then they didn't even showcase this part, to be honest. They did not showcase this part in the video. They were like, yeah, this village has like a beautiful mountain backdrop. There's even a mini swamp here. They're like, this village has a mini, or like this village has a beautiful backdrop, so you can immediately start building here, like no need to move. And then I moved just like a small amount to the side, and I saw this little island. What's the seed? Do you guys know where you can find your seed? Because I did not save it. I don't remember. This is like months ago, but I'm assuming you can probably see the seed in your settings, right? Somewhere. But someone's going to have to tell me where to find it because I'm more than happy to give it to you guys, but like I literally don't know. But then I saw this island. This little starter island was originally connected with like a very awkward piece of land. But then I could just destroy that, so that became like a little mini island that was perfectly in the grove, which also inspired the name of my world, Stillgrove Valley. I have commands on. Oh, there you go. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. That's my seed. That sounds weird. Don't clip that. I don't know if that was I can do it again. There we go. I can just open chat. There we go. Now you have it twice. I already see. I knew. See, I don't have to say don't clip that because you guys will already clip it anyways. But you clipped for the seed. Fair enough. I just have too much of a that's what she said mindset at this point. But yeah, this is it. This is it. Oh, I can copy it to clipboard. Hold on. There we go. I can put it in chat. If you now want to copy and paste it from chat, we should actually make a command for that because then we can just pull it up because I can imagine people might ask. But yeah, I'm really happy. And also, again, Voxy doing so much of the heavy lifting here. This would not look good without Voxy on. But I am really, really, really proud of how our little starter area is starting to look. To give you some, I know that I've talked about this a couple of times, but just to give you guys a little bit more of an idea of what I'm planning in this world next to what we're doing right now. Over here, I want to actually do a little bit of a magical build, like a bit of like a magical library kind of vibes, because that's where I want to add my enchanting setup. And I want to add probably a bubble vader that goes all the way down because below this hill is my villager breeder and my trading hall, which I actually feel like would make a lot of sense if we have that connected to my enchanting setup. Right now, we have a door here. That door is going to go eventually. That door is not going to exist. What we're going to do is we're going to basically create a build up here that's going to provide us access to the things that are down there. Then we're going to terraform this. We're going to make sure that this terrain looks nice. This area in front here is going to look... We're going to make it kind of like a big market square. It has to have a little bit like industrial harbor vibes, right? The idea is that from here, we're going to eventually, I would love to add a ship, like a build of a ship in this harbor. This is where everyone arrives at my base. We're going to move this little dock, and then we're going to actually make this maybe like a nice stone square with like a fountain in the middle, maybe some market stalls around it. This is right now my iron farm, which I feel like this build actually really fits the vibe of speaking row, like warehouse kind of vibes. I think over here, I don't exactly know if I want to add a build over here. I like the idea that there will be a pathway that leads back here. This is where my big storage room, like my long-term storage room, is going to go. So then over here, I don't know what I want to add just yet. I think eventually there's going to be a path that leads back here to the rest of the island because we have so much space here still left. Eventually, I'm going to need a sugarcane farm and a bamboo farm and stuff. So all of that is going to go somewhere on this island as well. I just want this island to be like my main sort of hub or central point that I can return to for everything that I need. For everything that I'm going to need throughout playing in this world. So that's kind of the idea of the area for now. I want to have pretty pathings and everything connecting it all, just to make sure that this entire area feels super nice. I like the idea of also just adding some buildings or like things for fun. So for example, over here, we have a beach. I actually like the idea of sort of like adding a beach area, maybe with a little beach house, that if we're just working in this area and we need to quickly sleep, there's a little beach house here. I think that could be really cute. And then back here, right now, there's my tree farm. That eventually has to go somewhere else as well. Right now, it's just convenient to have it over here. But I like the idea. Do you see that village over here? I like the idea of actually sort of moving this village a little bit, pulling it a little bit closer to have that. Oh. So I guess this is another case of Voxy rendering versus that. That is where my chunk ends. Nice. This is what we can... Voxy, real. As you can see, that's the render that's the difference in rendering in texture. That's kind of interesting though. But yeah, so started in a forest. Oh, that's weird. I mean, is that possible? Oh, which game version are you on? You have to be on the exact same game version as I am. Otherwise, it's not going to give you this seed. So you have to be on 21. Well, actually, this was created. Does that mean that the seed has to work with the version that I created the game on? I don't remember what I created the game on. It's currently at 1.21.10, but well, I definitely created this world above 1.18, but I don't remember what I created this world on, to be honest. You know what? I guess I can find that. Wow, my brain just did a big brain move. I think I can find it for you. As far as I'm aware, my forever world was created on 1.21.8. Because I still have my old forever world page on my website. And I never changed that. I made my new page after I made my mod pack. So yeah, 1.21.8. 1.21.8 and 1.21.11 should give the same seeds. Well, apparently it doesn't. Apparently it doesn't. Because you should have spawned back there. But yeah, now you guys know a little bit. There's also over there, that little light. That's my mining entrance. I want to add like a whole mining operation here. You know, kind of decorate for that as well. To have like sort of a second part, a more industrial part of the harbor with like cranes and everything. That are like putting things, getting things out of the mines. We're gonna make like a pretty entrance to the mine. We're gonna eventually have like a system to easily go down into my strip mine. You know, we're gonna build a tunnel system to more valuable resources. All things like that. Also, apparently there's lava up here. I keep forgetting that. If we ever need lava, we can just go get it here. Oh, speaking of lava, I saw something in Tango's video and it made me want to try something. Not that it's very useful, but just out of sheer curiosity for this game. So apparently, if you put dripstone in the nether, it will drip lava. Even if there is no lava above it. So I'm wondering if you can create a lava farm in the nether without having any lava. Like if you can just create lava from nothing. Like put a cauldron on, or like a cauldron. That's the right word, right? Underneath it. And just create a lava farm without any lava. But the thing is, I don't know if it's just an animation. Because in the overworld, dripstone drips water. But I don't know if it fills a cauldron if you like it does, then I guess it would fill lava in the nether. I think. I want to try that next time. Not going to do that today, but I would love to try that next time. Because I think that could actually be just really interesting. But he was building in the nether, and he used dripstone on like a custom tree, and it dripped lava. If you put dripstone on a stone block with lava. No, but I do know that. I do know that it does that. Because I have a lava farm exactly set up like that in this world. But that's what I've been using as fuel for my things. But what I'm wondering is, if you put dripstone in the overworld without lava above it, it drips water, right? If you put a cauldron underneath it, do you get water in the cauldron? Like, if there's no water above it, dripstone will still drip water, right? Yes. So, therefore, my assumption would be, if dripstone drips lava in the nether, could you do this, but then without any lava above it, to still fill a cauldron with lava? AKA, could you technically... Also, thank you, Lena. I've seen it. I have seen it. Could you technically make a lava farm? Like an infinite lava farm. Like if you make a chunk load. Can you have a chunk loader in the nether? to make sure that that part of the nether is always loaded. I think you can, right? Like people do chunk loaders for mob farms and stuff. Or otherwise, you could even AFK there. Just like make a little AFK box. I don't know. It's like an interesting theory. Not that much more efficient than just getting lava. But it's just funny that you can just create lava out of nothing. Simply because dripstone drips it in the nether. It made me curious. Made me curious. Anyways. How this conversation must sound to people that do not play Minecraft. Probably very strange and confusing. I also feel like these are questions that I would have never ever asked myself. If I wasn't playing Minecraft a lot. Oh, you're all good, Lena. No worries. No worries. I figured you didn't do it on purpose to be like, haha, I'm gonna put it and again and again and again to pester her. I assumed something just went wrong. I just wanted to confirm that I had seen it just in case. You tried going to the coordinates. Very beautiful, but definitely different seed. Wait, how is that possible? Now, that makes me curious as well. Anyways. Because if Thomas is getting it, world-changing mods, that could be, honestly. I mean, you say unlikely, but I don't think at this point it's super unlikely. But I don't know if you copy-pasted the seed or if you, like, typed it manually. But if you typed it manually, it's just one number that has to be off and then it doesn't work. But I have this too very often. If I'm watching Twitch on my iPhone and I, like, quickly... I chopped a ton of trees. You mean on my island? My starter island? Oh, absolutely. I cleared out all the trees. I'm a person, I clear out everything and then I build and then I bring it back. Copy pasted it. Interesting. That thing was full. Yeah. I don't know. Are you guys, I'm curious. You know, while I find someone to raid, you guys can tell me in chat. Are you guys someone, like, do you guys work with the terrain? Or are you just like me, where you're like, no, we need to have a clean canvas, get rid of everything, and then add things back into it? Like, how does your mind work when you're building in Minecraft? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to see who we can raid for today. Try to work with the terrain. Interesting. You need a clean slate. Okay. Interesting. I think it's so fun to, like, realize that there's such different approaches to these things. Okay, let me see. Where are we gonna go? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Both? That must be confusing. Oh, please tell. I wonder if they're ending. Because I've gone for long. And again, I never get to rate this person because they're always ending. But it doesn't seem like they're actually ending. I finally get to rate this person. Let's go. We have very similar stream times. But it seems like they might be going for just a little bit longer. Still getting the same seed no matter where I copy paste it from. That is so strange. That's not supposed to happen. That is very frustrating. I'm so sorry. I really wish I knew how to fix it for you. I really wish. Anyways, we're gonna go say hi to Blundinger. I'm very stoked that I get to take you guys here because absolutely wonderful creator, plays a lot of Minecraft, and I had the pleasure of meeting them at TwitchCon, and it seems like they're doing an insane build. I also think they're using Lightmatica, which I don't think I've ever seen in action. So this is very interesting. Thank you, Lena and Esther together for posting all of those in chat. If you guys are hanging out here and you'd like to join our Discord, if you would like to follow me on any of my other socials, want to check out any of the VODs, or check out my YouTube where I post more cozy gaming content, all of the links were just posted in chat. I'm going to snooze the ads, make sure that you don't get hit with another round of ads while we are literally leaving. I'm going to set up that raid. If you guys want to come hang out, for more cozy vibes, I will actually be here again tomorrow. We're doing co-working during the day. And sorry, we're doing co-working during the day, and then we're doing a cozy crafting stream in the evening. So if you want to come hang out, we're gonna do Scooby-Doo, which if you don't know what it is, it's like those plastic wires that you like knot together into like a keychain or something. And then we're probably, I don't know how long I want to do that for, but we're also probably gonna do some coloring. That was something that was unlocked during November and I still hadn't done it. And I'm actually really in the mood for some cozy crafting. So I'm gonna set up my phone. I will probably use my IRL mic, so this one is like not in the way. And then we're just gonna have good vibes. We're just gonna play. We're not gonna play coloring, but we'll just do some yaps. We'll just do some chatting. Have some music in the background. It's basically gonna be like co-crafting. It's not gonna be fully muted co-working, but it's just gonna be good vibes. I haven't done Scooby-Doo in a very long time either, so I'm gonna have to probably look up a tutorial on how to do it again. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. So yeah, if you want to craft with us tomorrow or work during the day, you are very, very welcome for both. And exactly, go crafting without shutting up. Exactly. But yeah, I'm going to start that raid now. The raid messages were just posted in chat. If you want to come along on this raid, feel free to copy and paste one of them. We have ones with emotes if you're subbed to the channel, and then we have ones with regular little green leaves if you're not subbed to the channel. And yeah, let's go say hi to Blending, an absolutely wonderful creator. I know that you guys will enjoy it over there. Absolutely 100% sure. He is doing some building on an SMP. It is a hardcore SMP, so if he dies, he dies. There's no coming back. And he is doing an insane build. I don't know what he's building, but this is looking wild. So yeah, I think this is going to be really fun. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for sticking with me through a weird stream blip. I'm definitely going to look into that as well. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.